This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Order for your mamma in our cabin from Boadu TV. So, you best say first time and now was subscribe my channel and like video comment so at more at your mind. Na ene yemu remu eye Captain Smart akache sisi ade Captain Smart atie Kufuor chi abedi Mahama chi de nti a waye sane de se onu akasa na betimi akire de nti a ye kasa no enso ne se sisi ade wo se Kufuor na de dumsor bayo enya Mahama na dumsor baye yes dia Captain Smart kan wo se Kufuor ena de dumsor baye enya Mahama ena ede dumsor baye yo we no sin chance so agree ko ni ECG kire sisi ade Arsenal light ni bobu na ni kakaka sisi ade aye stable o manya gas o mo ede ba beye adwuma ntino ba bia o mo dundundundum light no mpa achewo aye o mo ndum light bio yo o mare wade em say third vice chair de ma NPP obepie mo Captain Smart show so ade o maye ne se no mesi asre no edidi no ho fo atwetwe no onua yo some mo kai de dosu ye pa na Captain chese ntwoli de NPP di no poto and there's no way said they are coming back there obaba background this is 16 years achi wow emre ne nkrabia na ebekire ayo emre ene nkrabia na ebekire ho na yenkuti Captain Smart sama if you waba
the president elect kan semni bebre emiunu na woman na emudu o se de kan ne se wo yesese ya para state agencies de bebre wo ho a ade o mo ye ina ne se wo mo na ss o mo aye contract de tua no mu treska tua no mo seseska ne tua nkrofoka edwuma be no mo aye ene ade o se ha dream pa ye ka o mo ahyeda bogu ho dada no maboni na nso o mo hyeda abosa aka na gu ho ama ban foforo no ana de toso biom ne se recruitment kwa na ekoso be se fire service for kura aka be 2 days e beto aba na o se wo mo nkoye your friend say medical so my medical say we na yan fan crofo o mo crofo ko soldier en crofo ko police en crofo ko immigration crofo ko yin o se sa recruitment na o mo ye ni na no se si emre ya o munya o kasa wo fa en crofo so mo nkodi soldier en kodi police en ko immigration ni prison sa o pesa wo chese nti emra mama Harriet Thompson oye British High Commissioner eko na so ye no o kan sasa no to na nim so wasa ka kire ni transition team ni say sasa no wo mun komu yie pa ebi esipei o mampani dada John Ajekum Kufuor o hote recruitment na eko na o mampani dada Rollins ama wo mo ye say enipa onu fi aban mu yato abama je Kufuor no on say je Kufuor time ni ye ko run off it's not transition a very short period woman you kra na ye run off it's no je Kufuor catch and say no sa recruitment no my ni na de hold on ekosi so beba and they are changing na krata da bonten say mo amoye service commanders no say man hold on there ono oba draw obi ajaye so I think that your excellency direct your friend is saying transition team no say wo bia wo ya fa say koye training no ababa bentua because want to be shut down tnase nye emfa kuntu na se say wo hwe konua bi wo bu yonkokom aminyansa be na wo mon direct say simple wo de kwai sika e de be training wo no emma enti wo kwa ye be redraw ebe mo bi adwi mu be da ho because enti me ma say what was I feel about this assistant crop say you could train wo ekwan anyway eti de da no Greek of one so ye kwa na ye bo say wamko gas na e bado aye de wo ho say the Gridco Ghana Grid Company Limited and the Electricity Company of Ghana ECG wishes to inform the general public that gas supply from the West Africa Gas Pipe Company to Tema power plants in Tema has resumed All power plants which shut down have been restored into operation. Power supply to all affected customers have also been restored. With the return to normalcy, Gridco and ECG wish to assure that we will continue our collaborative efforts to ensure continued reliable supply. We thank our stakeholders and customers for their patience and understanding. Into Gridco and ECG, Eddie Abetum say, Nanka wumuni gas won common in see, but Womane West Africa Gas Company, pipeline company na kasa, my Yamamu gas, but they want to say Yentuyaka, a negotiation, you're free. And no necessity at here. Said a bear brunyano, Yenda soon, sentence ha, Kebeda soon. Cause they say Togo. Ana ye man can free, says on the Maya Canea. Ivory Coast. Ana ye man Canea, says Ivory Coast, and so am I so can you see a track and no cry a sand on cat Yenti. Baby a Ghana ako I don't know. But I don't know the hey Yebenya Melania Daji, Yebebomu ye pa a day amam. I mean, Quafia.
Yeah, because with the Gridco Kufuor, and I think say ne correct one because for some time now, minim say oh they are now sick assembly until who generator. Ye mu bia ye ntumi
to generator.
Oh sir, me ni generator o me fie. Wo de generator plant, say plant kakraka no. Aha, wo de na bia. Enti me ka dia my common floor members. Na say dumsor na yesaba nti when was that? 3 days ago. Me tise obi come area mo say Mahama san be biem ni dumsor. Do you get it? Enti sa adwen sa tete adwen da so onkrofo tim do Ghana fo ato aba boom e de ama papa no say on san mra biem no be ye niam ye so adwen no ye ntumi reset ya ubo ne din bia de dumsor de achi. Nti I think say ginaya o masi obe supply no eno ano no omo nhwe no omo nye niam ye na afi Christmas titiro
Mahama ne Kufuor ho na di kan de dumsor ba Ghana anya Kufuor na your friend afecher katwom
kafre kacho
so kafre kacho and your Professor Mills afecher katwom AJ Kufuor
okay
you see that's why I may say Mobi amfa energy sector near politics. J Kufuor and the dumsor ba Ghana. Our Fourth Republic, you know. Rollins, the time 1994, set match near Doom Light. Edikai. 6 match came to a halt for almost 22 minutes. So Ghana for be kaya my remfi. And what you know, no costa electro fitting. 2006. Rollins Centinianye. J Kufuor and a buyer no be electrofitting no wakonsombo dam. And a turbines no mienu beka ho. Tiniye. Dumsor ne buyer na e bro yen so no. J when Tinian and sign IPP contract bia me yamfa kane no power no be afi be bia ameka ho. Umpe Kufuor asamo ncheme. Ade aje ye ne say offer mining firms a Ghana ha nyina no put you together. That time na your capacity na ye here na a shortage of over 2,000 megawatts. But old boy any mining firms they can boom 80 megawatts out of 2,000 no me dey and yes say no me need 80 megawatts. It's not a year so a year bawe pa but nyamin chade no papa ba ko ne friend bi coffee only engineers bi ni ade na fine asejina so sa problem no wo ho na Professor Mills inherit here and Professor Mills time edum so no so e ba Professor Mills eja on na ye president ajo handle ono so ntime nwie na opiama ajo and ojafo e bebu nu kom se pu e prajo e prano aburade na we born chap so and ye na ma ye ton say na school for nya kan ye suada because ye wo multimedia that time adom femanim ho na SGSSB bank na wo plant into omoso a school for na we area mo ni na begu bank na nim no me mo work It happened at Mahama, yes, we agree. But before he left, Baumiana Kasa cancer was solving dumsor. Or confirm Mary plant no. If UAE far away, Dubai a chiwo baby, and on the buy $5 million. And a day plant in if you Dubai, at the back Ghana $5 million. Napo, any Baumia, and an anado, and the same plant. If it takurade, ako kumase $41 million.
Love it. Enti me dey make can say omo because say ye nya be jetum say nche na light no call to say grid Kufuor etu sa na mo I think say the quality mo no but one thing I make catch ye rajem ene na ban ene the ministers a omo bebu mfie na ye de ene ye say ye light bo no mekojo light bo no yesre say on hwe no nye ho bibi man and as a new meters na mo de aba no issues bebree wo ho issues bebree wo ho yesre me nim say mo table issues bebree mo be deal with mo fa no enka ho mo fa no enka ho na say ye ni ba bi o mo ko fa free ye because o to light ni gu so na rum na amre ne ko say wo AC ba ko a wo so age say drum midnight a wo dum no yesa untimi fa ntwa 2 days me first me use AC3 me kan na me to say ndi 1 week kura na asa enti yesrem jam
onda meter mununum bi won oh nyame nhira eno China fo omo GECG ene yede ECG revenue collection na come Haptel
ai papa na
Haptel one dia me say one dia
musa na nyumre
ena ECG ojijini sika dada otumi tuaneka say company for na ejiji revenue no we answer was say piama ECG no what percentage what be that adekuna Haptel ejiji kania no bo no yet be into the same facility and trading for ECG mo nye adwuma no makes sense. I mean what a country are we running now? Me kai pa me ko de mrebi madam bi wo ECG o ka kire me say me ka kire krampo no so pese obi hu o ka kire me say afia ECG adwuma na company na si wo agu oh me da yam yase agu o ya mpanifo ni bio o si agu it's a gun you know nti say obi onu wo adwuma no mu ateki sa risk na ba bontin say adwuma na gu a ye tinchan de na be ye yesrem ya na yera jem wo hwe no aye ho adwuma de ama na security na ye can say you UK ma me no call jem ho no the concern I think say enya na discuss it last week o kan ho asem say aban e ba be kwa na say de okọ no opese ojaka obabro o sheda oh bebabro brofo ha brofo ka se bebabro gubachi sa na ye den se wo chi wo nua to akonya na ne to si fomo a agi no kan ye no oduane wo mu ana se o chop money wo mu emfaso ni so se yes ye kwoto national service for no ntwa o ka Ghana 40 national service for no aban na ntumi ntwa o ka won we last 2 years aban do nka last year aban do nka this year aban do moka womo ko womo nka hwe wentua afedi aban sore ya osema makoto national service mko 1000 wo 700 wentua what so 8 good years oh you be bon komo no fine oje
general you be fine
oh so oh they also worry possible meters
oh 41% and one egu so we are I'm watching the video 1 week anniversary
channel power
watch my family who brutal watch that
channel pursue to be pa be bo abadwuma no
na me ba
madam pato ya bo amane
minim hwe mekojo minim hwe
chan 1 week anniversary
minim hwe munimu 1 week munimu na watch that
dabi chan 1 week anniversary
dabi any watch na mu shetuntum because se obi free mu a ye di
pa obi mu de ye bosuit wo de bosuit wo ebra na ye be bosuit
mekojo menka ho
wa ma
mi mesu wa kire ho
anti bi wati wo so ma wo wa so na fra se ye mra
mu na mo de koye
na ye ne ye wo he
mu na mo de koye se mu ko jinchia na mo de koye
oje
nti nyambo ochina 1 week anniversary boy suits new year na the 41% bitters ni biesi ha possible bitters this year na eja ye him this but on a more serious note about we behave to send mu ni pahin wo mu fie utmi nka se o bebo ka eja ho no mu wako na ho na nkotua already we dey can boka go dada Kenoforiata de bi asema innocent ka no me ne ya adwe 100% mo fa ken si Kenoforiata so na mo fa ne mpia bonten na mo ka chen se bosia no wabo no on kire ya de ode aye you will not find a single project Kenoforiata de sika de aye yet mo san so abo abro e de good the next government on no bosia mo boy service debt crowd mo san so atu aheda expecting the next government to come and pay enti most of my buy now all banana fidie and I'm more expecting some betum when you're crying the day. Look, Ghana Central 4, let us not give the microphone to these useless people again. Because the more we give them the microphone, the more they talk. See, I'm on microphones now. I don't mean that Jacka say, oh, here, about we cry by 1 year, 2 years, no year. Then the ref, you say, no, a cow bogu, on the name Gracia or G, you know, about when the Atria Hoka. And I remember clearly, somewhere around 2017, hey, about when the day of year and Yakokutia Mahama car and the Mahama Busso Bogu, Yakobo said the tracker, now you be a semi producer, so Captain, one will be a Waku squad board day.
Why?
Maybe I won't Waku squad board day.
Hey,
Miss Lembisao, Yakobo Bosia, Editia, Edibitriaka.
David.
I catch you for Sebi. He uncle squad board, and you see that Coco Bosia,
Edicotriaka.
Not back of Ghana. Anton Jenny, Anton Chine, on Tonsu. Also, what I say
60.8 billion.
Now we
what they call dollars more $6.8 billion.
Now we are again. Now we are saying Bobo said that baby sit die. I mean, yes, Jimmy and I answer. No, let us be real in our country. Yes, Jimmy and I answer. And sometimes you need to face the reality. Share abadi eto na no. Echana wo share abadi eto ye no. Ye be di one investment, ye be di papa. But take note, the reason why they Ghana for to sabad ne say, mu ho hi abufu ne kom. E dey to abadi dey tia.
Otun for kan no.
Of course, it is so real, it is evident to say Dr. Bawumia cannot come and tell Ghanaians and say he's not part of our issues.
Oh, want to nka?
Yes.
Oh, want to.
Hey, Mr. Another Danko Kufuor, I am wondering what you'll be thinking by now. We're going to win massive poto. And I wish to say,
bet me akwa yi.
You cannot step out like December 4 years.
One channel when you 1 year and term no kwa na.
Yes. No, President Kufuor is bold enough for betimi akoba bia person ko bia.
Kufuor betimi akoba bia.
Because on what me and nema hye ne nema yi.
Na do be kwa yi.
Na do akwa Kufuor so to me etu na kwa yi bia se na chese papa da ni nwu ade.
Se okọ na okochia na ohini bia ansore ya akọ ni say.
Sometimes we will be few to make you look as if say
when he hear them back. J.
Yes, sir.
You be ko break na fe yetimi.
Sure.
Afa ye mpani for abanona. Ya fa ye mpani for aba, but asa we me mie manu kan bi. Is it true say Boadu chere duane?
Oh, yes, the mobile phone broni bi ho.
No, Hanabisu so ko hwe no.
Mama hwe me hu ma.
Na me hu video bi say
Hanabisu was on live or TV so. And one more discuss so let me call Boadu Ofre. Cool. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. My name is I'm calling you from UK. No, I say phone away. Also on your review, I just got a catch say. No, also the Metro TV, blah blah blah. Man, we na catch say Hanabisu no. Into Amra. Okay, mom, I'll deliver it for her, ma'am. Rush.
Okay, me frau. Me frau na.
Ti me na me do airport.
Me frau na fe
Adiasa.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, mafia. Said o see any heavy pa. E mu de he na me free. We e de he no.
3.
Aba. Oh, fa. Yes, hello, man. Hello, Paul.
No, this is not Paul, man.
I'm looking for Paul Adumochiri of Metro TV Ghana.
Okay, well, I don't know his name, but he left his phone. Yeah, the airports, JFK airports. So we are looking for him. But we have to thank you, ma'am.
So it's true.
Oh, cool.
Well done. Really?
Onyani oko holidays so say okope Christmas tree for Friday. Say we did.
Or the Christmas tree we sing.
Yeah, airport on airport.
Christmas tree no be sing.
Ghana Airport Authority, please.
But emo me kan ko na do so appointment to krom ha wo.
Oh yeah, the board chair Ghana Airport Authority okope flowers for Friday.
No, eto da me trust din hwe say omare wade yete wona Paulo Adumochiri ye board chair.
Yeah, man. Friend say.
But I don't lawyer.
Oh, forget it. Oko law school, we not sure exams, man.
Were you there? You and I were not there.
I don't want to kind of branch and better to. So no, I know I'm born school. Well, I don't want to Oko law school. Oh, you ain't.
KJT.
Makola, ma'am.
Oh, uncle.
KJT. This Makola.
You see, JM, man, Ghana and Yafu. Look, I want you to raise that presidency bar, no. Oh, that level. One who suit, I was a way nipa ne jina hono. Wo suit me who say nipa ne jina hono.
No cancer mo.
She fuguno heavy. Be me na jijidem. Or nante bi onanta na so we kunko bi say na.
Supeta.
Asa for supeta. O pa no say ah. Would have like my presidency the cost certain level be. Yes, I know. Say while party for na be ministers. I agree. But Charlie pe won wa mu pia bonte a e wo se nipa na ebe obi o yare kra ne ho akono so pesa ankrofo ni bi na amombo na fe hwe o man so na mo mfa to tirim ma remfi
ye 41 meters that one of
41 meters
o ja bo bi
41% meters
everything is possible
it wo ye bibia ka kire o team no na ye kasa obi aye bibia there the evidence ne brewa men cancel, men delay.
Oh, but I think say even JM is far better than Anado, because even though let the way for this cry. Yeah, they are the two baby.
Vicky Hammer.
Oh, Vicky Hammer koka say Onyaya na kubenya $1 million crowd account. JM unlike Nana. Yes, unlike. As a prosecutor or no.
Yes, of course. The chief executive.
Any Jida ne why omo come confirm ne confirm so dey asema ba o. Ye bi na yikuku ni.
Na for friend say. John Kuma omo the poison egu ho man na we ewu no.
Asem o.
Omo ku John Kuma.
Asem o. But I sincerely also wish to say John Dramani Mahama should investigate the death of John Kuma.
So,
yes,
I know that. I know that.
David.
Well, investigate the death. Because
former
deputy minister of state.
The former be banti
from here.
The cough and I can say
because
our few
David when you're on the national security minister because one was a minister of state. Oh, Dabi, I'm not there. Obi ani bibi a lead person. But we obabi the day and any call hotel ho. Chema won to me the boy not in the TV in the so say. Umudi bi na chairman dikese to no coffee ye no ne no fi moja. Sa no ka.
And open one no me.
And open wo abogu so. And no oye okay. Eti obabi na dey aduane ne koma omo hotel ho.
Adie ni edie udi bia na
except chema wontumi onwui
o say
enti ebusa na so otumi kire oba kono say you no chema wontumi girlfriend o say John Kuma girl o say o mo boy girl sofo
hey
oh and they know it
very reverend
sofo
oh unim
sofo
yes
raba
na chema na how far yare yare
they say yare na say simple
now is that one car I can say all this is a video trending on social media
David honorable worry
only KT about there
honorable
worry I say I'm marry Ya watch the video 1 week na mo fe.
Alamo every year my joy.
You need about my Joso.
And one aka no.
Hey, interesting.
Alamo purpose bibi aboko akra majo.
Yeah, me adum.
Honorable Davis, me dem say when na age. When na age. Who election ni na say we are na budget 120 days na so.
Near di kind of 70 boha yetimi nkan bedwom. But the ambassador you when say say won nyame ndia so say election we so won say nyame bi wo ho.
That's right.
To me bi wo ho.
That's right.
Now the God factor, the divine factor, the spiritual factor in this election no. E bi adache na be kan wansam. If say enema be break also from the spiritual perspective, never be break also. Intimidating nasie kese be ma twedi ampon. Nyankopon ne doba Yesu a Yesu frɛ na oje yen ene asofo akuku dam archbishops, bishops, prophets, evangelists, pastors across the world ene Ghana heti true almost sorry gina ye eden paebo akomche ene nema bebre akwankyerɛ just ye di gu akwemu no o se da o ma so ntimi modi and important amount for ebe tiasie sebi onyame adom. I've been involved in elections deeply since 2000. Na when ultimate say na nenye easy sa na ni nim se ebedi nkunim dia ne very sure se ebedi nkunim but no credit oka said to this extent no che 181 ne dia me dia no kwani nyame anim ni ma nwen se bedru sa na nim se ebedi nkunim ebenya majority but sesa nkunim enchina me ka se na nyame nsa wo na nyankopon pese ochre NPP fo bibi na ochre NDC fo nso bibi na ochre Ghana fo nso bibi so what I say if say ahomaso hantan sebio chese omu mu Ghana fo kasa Ghana fo chese omu ye ade no kra chese any humanity bia wo say ade no omu ye no sebio omu fo se bia dachi bi no akontabuo bi wo ya abato omu fo se sebio se yenyina ye nim nyansa ebu ade ne da ho no kra ne da ho pefe black and white as one no ka ebu omu advert ne bi kra mi ti am say na nkrofo wo Ghana kama amonyentum ebi ewiase aye den say but the person e trentre ne ma omu say da bi ya bomodin pa wo hwe mpuntunyuma wo hwe schools wo hwe hospital wo hwe we are akwan ayaye mo ye kwan 10,000 kilometers from here to China from here to Pram cry a problem from here to you Kumasi a problem 10,000 kilometers ever it's na esena omo fo se bi oyenim nyansa afi beyond that domso mompo abano cry be wiem said yeah I was well gone said yeah 2020 ne be wiem ti e shaman fo ni bre intina man fo pese ye chiro mo bibi kakra na ye de a chiro mo a onti we na wo se yesu ehun ma ye nyina politicians say onye tumi na on take citizens no for granted. Okay,
mami ko no bo pon for so na fe membra ho on the 120 days honorable eya quite say toda mo amanyofo no menim se tumi na ya na foforo mo say ye modedodo anase munya tumi na mo rafim hu as some kind of level of journey a hand time be ne as a or therefore timi ante as a montefe
na nya nkwada
aya na ye den a wadaroma
Milika ye enamase if say na ye monitor mo studio hani adwuma na modi esa edawase abato odano na mo monitor pa nyina ka ho bi mo achreche nsemu as media mo ma Ghana fo hu said your man no eko nyina boy na Ghana for sorry waka kyerɛ sɛ deɛ akɔ so wɔ ɔman mu ha no ɛwɔ sɛ atwotwa na nyɛ sɛ atwotwa na ayɛ mentim ho ase biara aba mu twema mentwe wei ne bi nsii da ebi a nsii da no egyina amambu a ebi nsii da so ɛho ɛna saa battery ebi nsii da no
egyina amambu ebi nsii da ɛna abatu ebi nsii da ɛde resource ebi nsii da so aba okay
Hurricane Mahama
because
Hurricane Mahama eswipu a
me kora bremu a me di politics echi ehu amamuo ahoro abanyina no saa 8 years ebi nsii da ɛno ho sanso ene abattoir resource abe we die eche se said the omankofo ni bi kan ye no electoral commissioner fan na no asema makra na Dr. Boadu man saso because enya dia odi asem no ko be
13 hours 49 minutes pepepe no consider here
say on se ena mi ka se na mo
any amount of time
so no digital man
digital
digital figures neighbor ni say
na ubusa me asemi na ma prapra kwa mu kakra efa ye mpanyinfo anya political leaders in kwao
okay
bibi akoso wo ye mamu ha ne ebibiri mam bibiri nipanya tumi kakra bia na fi de anya se waseson no te sada da na tumi na o dani me bi edi no oku se di ositi ebiri tumi enya dibre omo nsesa se de ohu se otie na saa no otie na ebi mu sunya kakra ebi o ha na ska onye ska no fi se otumi bibia obi wa no onya tumi bi se ye se bi akonwa eye ahini akonwa ana se ya sofu bi krai se ehu de omo ye but omo no ye to omo so aba nti ye ni ndi omo chi bebre se bi o tax nkodi no ho no ka se omo hu nkonta nkyerɛ na ahomaso no ene ahantai na ekoso no ya na achi tafo no so kan ye ne ma nipa no yesa
how
na de na ekoso ewo mamu he ene na me hwe Bank of Ghana profit and loss free 2012 nyina profit ena 2017 profit free 2018 kono
akwa kan sa akura na chese wetwa no so amamu from Kwame Nkrumah time ya champion ye sojani
nya Bank of Ghana lost that
eba kutukanum asojafo amembuo kura Rollins ana ye sojani kura no Bank of Ghana moka besi 2018 ena Ghana Bank
na covid ni mayo
boka
na covid here ye ka ho asemi mai na Ukraine war mai and baku bi kura mu mi 60 billion loss
what you're doing
at the same time enye Ghana for ya na social media na ade o mu defend this anime yeah na defend as even the youth future ye jeopardize future ye di omo dachi no ekoshebo ase no kra social media no mu defend my cheerleaders ye boje omo so etini pande oye no na amani wi refiru said the oye na oye boje
that's right
that's na asem no ye ntumi enwo asem nim enkanche ni pase ye wuye enye ne kwan we just the followers ne sabi ordinary people are ebi ayomu say me party nti me wu amenu no amo support sa ne man ekoso no attitude in various capacities are moral authorities that am kan ho asem traditional leaders business leaders religious leaders, asofo, civil society organizations, media. Sa group C, or maybe or check leaders are to about more muso so. It never be coswa or muchasun tem. But I
the be no car bet you.
What you actually paying now?
Hey, Master, me quite 39 times in 2 years.
It's because most of who colleagues, you know, obu di omo akobata and omo support.
Ah, okay.
Oh, and omo support. Say ba say nananuma assuming say niema ekosi National House of Chiefs original say there be your mind baby or dey come. Enko yi a o tumi nti omo nyina.
Galamsey Kwana Council of State no more defended.
Oh, and you know, and the Masani man cause you know, no accountability. Nkunta bobi ani ho. Obian said the measure no, bibien to me see. And no answer oh ye. Na say college see wo East Legoni. That be example. Nkwa bi suam pay for. Tie de ono na papa sofo ne kan efa on the police for on in vehicle regulations. Say oh me drive okra na e obsio sofo yes sir no more salute me ko when or bu emra so fa road safety e better na oba and drive recklessly in a residential area of Kufasasa because Niparin said you're all in BBNC. And see, yea, a Chimemufono, yes, you can be. And they just answered so. Everybody should be equal before the law. Say a tear once is a sanity. Many is a sanity in a BC. But your German pack a crebo or capelso Oni Breno Oni Pasa or Bush Monka umpe. Who teach your comments in Libya a boo into Uncle Kawan cry. You know, it's ye I friend you home for. Ye friend you home for say Unya Aquania say Uji or may any more. You are there to serve.
Okay. That's it. Yes. 120 days of John Dramani Mahama. What will happen in this
before
country?
Then, no. Say me can say emfa yi me Nyankopon no. Because so ne Nyankopon na to aba. Nti apart from that nipa na e adwuma no. President Mahama, ni leadership, it make a lot of difference. Your Caulfield na ono obekasa at every single point too. Me ko me chobo kasa kakra na meet me withdraw. Or no, he is obliged or pompo, baby, I was all kasa. It was upon 2, 3, 4 a.m. Waba na waba bedano. By 8, 9, Obete on Weasel, we drew her, was here for the next day. If you were first saw your branch, Obeda, no was a way who can you own our Cotwano. That made a lot of difference. It's the baby said, where does he get the energy from? The energy now, just said tenacity. Hey, Papa, your man. Consistently, Rosanna Jane, Sebi, who crap was said the age on show. No court, no bar. Mosquito, dear. The level they different.
Ono did it.
Hey,
Enti ono ni munye du onye dia na ye.
Just say, oh, no bar, and no better know her. The next day, no about crap, no sound court.
Me share what takra de. Ena ye do be no oni yan ko do be.
That's right.
Ye ba Ashanti region no ho. And ye ba Eastern region, ye ba Eastern region na wo jafo se me.
On that for flight so.
On
by road.
By road. And so slow plane.
Me I mean we are Fifi. Ono I say ono the on your felt person, but this time on your felt person. Now okoko bebia contentious constituencies near there no okoko quietly no you know I mean grounds work Ashanti region yes silence your more and never be also what I say the various your friends saying wings of the party, youth wing, women's wing, different groups, community engagements, regional executives, constituency executives, branch executives, polling agents. Oh, I'm out for a juma. Now, one of the most strategic decisions party take here was the merger of the election and IT directorates. So I'm an election director, but now minimum IT for 2020, minimum budget, minimum program, minimum trade. And GB free on your recommendation say the party should merge them, and the party also merge it. Dr. Manibwama now was the election and IT director. Overview of the whole IT and election system. And the computer and the team na kano almost year juma put systems in place. The training Kufuor about 3 times. And lawyers near their professionals. Tini na no boy enti. Amount for na Ghana for ankasa na youth no said this victory about dedicate any group to be dedication to the youth because no more so future.
It's a stake
future. A kana aban we agrego I just said no sign of any development.
No country in this and say can you trio? What's a kana buying a bego and I say a trio a car buy no dear giant. Not just said now you finish sorry we share the way to be defending because in 2020 massa your ops room what will say the results number you will say we will win your cabins polling stations 4 polling stations ubetiani akwako to and don't see them Kufuor say to some NDC youth now why not aggressive? Who now only has experience in 2020 and can only aggressive. So when him said 2020, he had 142 seats. Now within hours, not only to try some broke Kufuor Akodane. That's why they were aggressive to protect the vote. So but then you see 2020, it will not happen again. Until true captain. You in particular and media general, why you are the captain? It will be my bomb. I am say, you're ready, captain. I saw for Bino me more muding, ready. My name was you. Then your captain be fine. Captain be fine with Kroma. I mean, Genji had that. Omo you my name. So I just say, it's Munina Ubia, Adina Ubia. Everywhere no na multi system. Multi-system, obiabo defense, obiabo attack, obiabo midfield. Every single person and a family. Into the OBBS. Yes, you don't want to say Mokai.
I say, President Mahama, and then I'm a member of the Manifesto committee. Manifesto, no, or no, the idea never said, we no person here. Now you share stakeholder on walk around. Now stakeholders, no, maybe you're going in ideas, somebody buying in a quality in a na fe ya sha say ya ho adwuma na any stakeholders no so bi hia ya drafts near the crowd o say okay nti ade we amoye eyin na sika no be free aba e kwan be na mo be fa so e kada ho nti I can tell you say for every manifesto promise no ya ye ho nkrata honorable obidi ho adanse your implementation plan and strategy.
Oh, okay.
Nti enye say ya ye manifesto ya dey winning power keko. For every promise be here no a crack and crack our one a quite be so for example 10 billion big push here can 10 billion muko fana wa believe me sir answer na cry be launch manifesto no na ya sha see ne stakeholders ne business community both local and foreign ya ne omudin komo how we will raise that 10 billion very very doable because under President Mahama no within 4 years no investment ba omemu hano according to the foreign investor community NDC 13.5 billion US dollars came into this country under President Mahama 4 years. And he said, Wasaya Babium now Ukra program which will cost 10 billion. It is very, very, very doable. And he also within the first 14 days, cabinet ministers or two years say, me sure say no train parliamentary resource or more by appointing now within 14 days, no crack, I bet you it will not be up to 14 days.
Or less than that.
That is after swearing.
Yes, after swearing in. That's it. Because he knows why he had that. And that's the advantage of having an experienced person. Maybe 1 or 2 things may change, but only exactly what is going to happen. The leanest and most efficient government, because Adia Bakwa, Ema say Sika, any are buying those and now appointees baby
ministers
apart from ministers and appointees special assistants Omugo, you omo flash of house and honorable canon. Now omo responding on social media.
Ebi dum ko fan chene beto aduane.
Ayo. No. Me
ha many. Me kase pa. When him say enchene kura o mato Jubilee House o muntua ho ka $1.6 million.
Are you for real?
Oh, maka say wa has maka o esa. Sika na 3 billion mu 1.6 million. Enchene.
We wo bomb rade. Honorable one.
So me yet was odidi akwate enchene ba obi aduma no enchene ko bu aduane.
Na no enchene.
We dey be. Maintain that. Maintain that.
Say yeah, no, cause septic tank what Jubilee House. I am a contractor and so on train in Trianica.
Wow.
But anyway, my pack every go.
Leanest government, code of conduct, national economic dialogue. That is here. A woman say President Mahama or Nimdia or almost so Nimdia in the economy, no. But so mine be too poor. It was so to me enya adventure from various shades of opinion into yourself within the 120 days no we hold national economic dialogue so by amount for what adventure bebre we have our manifesto there and so quite many be fast by that time no know the true state of the economy true state dey hu there ye hu ne ye ne a omo de aba to dwa no by the time I be we transition I be so yin afi na ensem no ba be pie nti based on that no na afi ya kwan e be fa so even though onim or idea about how to deal with it but so person Ghana for so eden e trauma dream na afi sa taxes e-levy covid levy 10% levy on bet winnings emissions levy eno mu nyina no na obi beka so o na o pesika e de ayempuntunuma and now about taxes more. There's a psychology about taxation. Oh, see, amount for Cassa, Ghana for the Donano, Omdiamonema, Ecofa, Togo, Omon Fatama pot because taxes need also do. We have taxes and not taxes near too much up. Young fan say, Bia, Nipa 1,000, now person mutual tax of 40% now. Nipa 30 penny bichia. Nipa be at 300, I 30%, no be just our tax. Who reduce the tax number 20%? Ubenya be at 80%, 800 people, and no be just at 20%. Ubenya more revenue. And so to me, your tax rate no reasonable. Nipa more. HEB is our taxes. Okopot almost say taxes na be 40. You use our tax almost automatically. No, effort to go near the no, they will start using the term apport again into revenue. No, so that's how it works. Into we use taxes no, now business can know this is how it works. We use taxes now, and no more and call for a patronize it, and near man not tax no what's that. Now we year free on, then you will get more taxes. Na fe levies ya de toto cars so near there or the infidie bar for agric and industrial purposes e ba be year for because another 24-hour economy no the infidie bar now per se o de be ye industry be boa 24-hour economy na e be yi sa taxes na every ho na fe wetimi de onema na ba afi obiaka say the problem with Ghana is the structure of the economy structure of the economy no. You say your agri program. Your agri program, they say you better establish a farmer services center. You said the city, you offer nominee anti in the next 10-15 years, and so I said gradually you move to modern agriculture. But modern agriculture, don't mean sorry, I don't mean modernizing agriculture. I also have a structure and a system. And so I say farmer services center no. Baby be a do biano, baby or her omodo body, a more a bro say no. Yet the infidia according to a Nemano Mudiano. And to you Quenia, Oba register. Oba share a year nasia, near Baba drama, near more input fertilizer, Bibiana, or their phone. By so doing, you be increasing production. Yeah, modernizing agriculture. I remember you for your interest in agriculture. I feel see a bear land banks, oh, to Ghana, baby, and Sasida Ho, and Sasida Ho, if we cases are, yeah, a buying the fast answer. Now what plow, now what make key available to bear farming villages. And JB and Kufuor every university 5 people want me to me about together. A person a dream bro, a person a dream more, a person now buying that support to more. Like I said, gradually, you are introducing young people and young technology into the farming. The banesa we also be producing more Now for local production ye cram more ne ade de ba no obetimi produce no locally who produce locally SS na be kan na so otimi eton wa ma no ne eno na president Mahama say on one kasa be chairman of Accelerated Export Development Council in journey exporters no ba be trust now in after no the potential after no $1 trillion aye African nko trade any and be trade no the potential is $1 trillion. Imagine say President Mahama chairing this council na yitimi penetrate cash you aye be a bura you excess any ade the African countries no e be ma ye exports na den akosro e ba ne sa ye nya more foreign currency to go so how are you going to stabilize the dollar? First of all no production no local production na kosro e niam aye kra e mo ne ade no e be kofom na fe excess na President Nanka said, chair, no, you simply penetrate African markets and also the foreign exchange member. So that's how you begin to stabilize your currency. And I say education, you can't free SHS, you become, but we'll come and review it. Headmasters no more implementing, no, you more kasa, kasa near transfer, na vrungo, border towns near there. We'll give all of them, all Ghanaians will be a opportunity, a national consultative conference on education. A crime and befa so I be improve education. Say basic level at the top and some no books, no inputs. A crime and befa so schools under trees. You be free abemuno. Now you wipe off over 70%. Say it has gone up to over 6,000 schools under trees. Imagine this 21st century. Say you kola schools under trees. Now, how can the person be competitive with the Chinese or no from day one kindergarten? You know, use computer.
That's right.
I know academic fee policy. No, first year students in public tertiary institutions free tertiary education for more.
Non-negotiable.
You know, it's not negotiable. No.
Does it? When you far from. Public universities
first year
buying university
first year
who ko remuno whose fees na say we tria as a school na age wono won first school fees ne nko
there be because
non-negotiable
because you see na amanfo nim the effect and impact of this things. Imagine say obi sebio or hwehwe kodobedi hefa otimi akusa more often than not no nipa no aba be need as for the entire community and as a family. Which means 6 months when you admission to university. If you know the number of calls and messages every year by your square, you will now understand. One will say, if you're a politician, now will lose touch with the people, now will lose conscience. You know, but a real. It is imagine so when you admission to university now because of 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 when to be go university. See the difference it will make sense and color we to me go university. No more to me change your mabusha, no communities. A huge impact. Now for the subsequent years, no, yes, student loans, no, you be improve the system, no, modalities, no. Yes. Campaign
in the meeting, but me campaign and be some questions. Me told me form. Let me admission to University of Cape Coast, University of Ghana, Legon, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Pacho, technical universities they can.
So I say.
Polytechnics na
public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, etc.
There be Tobo.
It's here.
Nursing training for no. First year for into fees.
There be who say who admission letter. You catch us a brabitia
admission
fee 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 depending. Sa fee na buy fa.
Ono bunya butema mwate. Na 7 na dey aba na mudu. Nursing training. Who call first year no a free. Unto admission fee.
Unto teacher training.
Your first nursing training.
Teacher
colleges of education. And also admission fee.
Yes.
Yes. Abain the betua.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Universities.
Yes.
And you no betua admission fee.
Yes.
Abain the betua.
Yes. Technical universities.
Almost so no betua. Eti public universities ni na tertiary level ni na no. First admission fee no.
Yes.
Abain betua.
Abain betua.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Okay.
So what I say, good. Your cost too. Enti ena omo did them free. Ena fee.
A first admission fee.
First admission fee. And the aka say subsequently no. Now fee you go through the student loan trust. No. So what I say. And I feel
Saben now I apply for student loan.
Exactly. To continue.
Then so my no papa ho high won. Let me akọ besia. Into wo kwa wura na miniska me ko tuenti me corner. Mobia Mahama G admission fee biom. This admission fee no free. Men ka say wo ko university.
If you mama be chop money.
Obia ma biom. Daniel Auti.
Afi free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools.
Sebio, nyamtre. O boss one e say we 120 days as
Yeah.
Honorable anya 1 year.
No.
120 days. Say 120 days. Nkwara wo primary, junior high school, any senior high school. A man and woman obi abenya sanitary pads.
Yes.
Obi aba more than free.
Commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools.
That's us at the home.
There be they say you know and Kolanibu had 9 years.
That's right.
So what I say. And you know the psychological effect. Now sanitary pads is any boy say. When you're crying, you say, the lowest
or the tax,
the lowest 20 cities.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cameraman, so to be say 25. You know, 25 cities. Imagine 9-year-old, 10-year-old in a village, 25 or Kofane.
But a luxurious product also.
It's a luxurious product. Are you aware?
Yeah. No, there are a big core up to 65.
Yes, but a luxurious product is a cost tax.
Well, tax it's not necessary because you see, a man, what makes the woman are better than any panel? A biological function, no. So what I say, a nature. Sad, that is what makes them a man. How much me wo baby as it's a was a burden on them. Said you be because of that, it's no any complex, won't even go school. Imagine 9-year-older what started said you when you're bra. Now a he no coffee. Well, you know what 25 cedis is a month for some families? Said you near the cranny. A bad as I want to go school. The effect has on them. It's a major social intervention. Now, yes, sir, behind Nigeria working is we will support local production of these parts. Companies will have more the capacity to produce it locally, but the taxes are tight almost no incentives. It's yes, sir, you will be able to produce them locally. Now, wait to me a supply. And they are almost into a day. Now, I name them 13. Institute enquiries and or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. Collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. Illegal printing of money. And now, Honorable Kawasam, Chesikasa, Bank of Ghana, Unima Moye, Aumutimi Boka, BC. National Cathedral, 58 billion. And $58 million, no. So various bungalows for judiciary near the judicial training school, any other embassies or mubuya was they have to pay compensation. The cost of Saadino, any compensation was mutual. Or the Kawa, I'm sure this 58 billion will go higher. Illegal and inflated single source contracts, baby. COVID-19 expenditure, okay, Sputnik V.
And by the main investigate. You commence investigation.
Of course.
120 days.
Yes, of course. Now, what with all this, no, a Japan PDS, SML, ambulance, spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Poalugu Dam, Marset, Galamsey fraud.
Martin Poalugu Dam, $12 million.
Yes, we have to investigate. And don't think about for two Abama, you know. So I can say,
Internet as a vice president of a commission.
Everybody, without respect to anybody. So I can say, you know. You best share say a commissioner, say a committee, say a minister in charge of oral no will set that institution up because I don't think to about my may call around most of the tertiary institutions may carry a name in we say hey near okay in say omemo be a muntimi by nienti a support me trader millions of people. Majority of the people say oral. We can't afford to fill them. I'm going to say about father for all.
And JB, it is many in Asabina say or no. The Amaka made in an Yana Semon. Now, one way we are sick. Okay. Yeah, now, sir, Unim says, I buy a lot of dynamics.
More question to region. Chairman Bill, a friend won't to me. Most active
and also count. So, amount for so a better now, Saka information. Amount for Krano. At the right time, you see, we will recover. Now, a bench to government policy. But
more for we come. You can't get the idea.
Men find show. Hold on, why 120 days?
So reports
the accounts.
Banning political appointees from purchasing state assets.
Don't say.
Yeah, banning political appointees from purchasing state assets.
And the sad statement, no John Bayen Dabay.
Within 120 days.
Within 120 days.
Yes, of course.
Or the cat
Mas I remember Trabemo. I buying. Hey, Nasani Trabemo. I run his trans for 19 years. Inchi Uncle Biaba and Kuma Ubiaba no Afebiko and Kibibeka. Honorable Tia. Sebi. What is it? Debbie, no way. Never. What is it?
Wouldn't it be?
No.
Wow.
Oh, it's not right. So,
and then why do
a trade fair? Why wireless
really?
Sure and say 50 acres. Oh, 6 cars cramming in give that.
And then
6 cars, baby.
Car.
Oh, don't forget, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, no, your co-orientation. Oh, your finance minister say co-orientation. Come now, hoy. To Dazi, Omno lecture. Then they take us back to how we started. To what I said, PNDC, AFRC, how we started. Into no unyasa orientation from beginner. Oye bibia, oye careful. To what I said, into nina yetehau. Maybe I tear. If you are a walk, cast I walk, obi anim. See a digger and a sikan kamubu. Sikan suma. So what I said, this business of say president and yes sir, we no more establishes a certain standard. And Kufuor catches a tiabem ni hanyere. Muje jamo ho. So what I said, it's the temptation says to say okay, what about the end of mobile society? It's one issue sabani and it's a very free for all. What should not happen? We must protect state assets. We share properties. Me say, I'm for saying crime. Huh? Basa, Tamale, Kumase,
Tamale, Takrade, Agip. Why come be a woman?
May your support me chia or no super.
Kumase the end man, you read the bufu you say, Monfa Masasa, mammy.
Kumase the end. Come to us, yeah. We are from Masasa.
So, they are allocating seed money for Women's Development Bank, no? Because research.
Honorable, 120 days.
These are institutional, low-hanging fruits. So, a president Okotra cabinet, I don't saw my directives. We when you say one formal committee, there was a co-parliament. Say we don't say best established. We there was a co-parliament and now co-approval. You crowd a super majority. We don't know observers,
micro minority
observer. Yeah, the majority no. Ebe and nema ebe move the country forward. Yeah, abuse no. So what I say. Now they are launching the priority job creation programs in the first budget. In the first budget now, Minister of Finance Bekano, I was here allocated Sika for a Jumera program no.
Any 24-hour economy.
National apprenticeship program and a 1 million coders no. Very important because if you are what I say, coding no, and not the foundation for digitalization no. The entire India technology ICT economy is because almost says almost sitting colony in coding. 80 companies no, Microsoft, Google, there's some more bar. Year what we call a digital literacy survey. And Colano do not send what that basic coding, you know. It's either so about establish or Hana so here outsourcing on himself or the Germany bar. And Colano do not know what the base, you know. I hear coding, no coding, you see, and Colani enough right from a basic school near Chom coding. The basis, President Mahama being visionary, no. We lost out in the technological revolution. We lost out in the industrial revolution. We cannot lose out in the digital revolution. if we are baby, I was to say, no, the digital age, you can do nothing about it. Robotics, AI, this
so the Dr. Bobiale Foundation, I'm
I love the answer.
Yeah. President Mahama and Ole fiber optic cables over almost 1,000 kilometers from Accra to Boku. Accra Tema radius, Ole about 300 kilometer radius fiber optics. Or building about 116 base stations for your 4G. It's a kind digital infrastructure now, President Mahama Nelia. It's a foundation, no, President Mahama. In any case, no, a studio high entire broadcast. It's because of the infrastructure, no, to relay the production, no, to people outside. It's President Mahama they laid that foundation possible said who beat me the so-called digitization. Now only foundation I better know it me building on it. It's some more now for your scrap law now ban importation of salvage vehicles no. Because a Swami magazine Kokompe apostle kind omo complaining pa. Now British High Commission omo section be any be share. And almost I was saying you encourage a local production of vehicles near there. And so very good, but a survey, brofo. A survey of Nipadudu etimi brand new cars for Ghana compared to almost second-hand cars. Percentage is not even 20%, even 10%. It is all the policy, but also Kufuor babe and Ukrainian manufacturing. Almost babe assembly plants of vehicles, VW near there. It's because of that, you know. Yeah, local industries, yeah, company magazine, you know. Because of them, yeah, banning cars are said you want kakra, me and family. Now I collapse all these hundreds of thousands of people. Is it fair? No. But don't say they beat me at a brand new car. It's no, yeah, babe, remove sa ban, no. Omo muska me share juma me university juma me here first mechanical Lloyd. Yeah, tom brand new cars. Your database no. Your the momo meet me at us our cars no. Omo cost one talk.
No many papa we friend Mr. Collation.
Okay. No. So 80 yeah be banes ade and say be Kufuor for magazine for. Let me abo mo develop that industry no. Because Sana, me can say you go Korea, you go visit a Hyundai or factory. That's how they started. Kakra, Kokompe, and then swam, you meet me, I have vehicles. Your mom support now. It's no near there, babe. Now, for scholarships, your scholarship, but I didn't know. Hey, the only information into our politicians. No, how can Napo take government scholarship now by Etiareka? Ajuasafo. And people like that, many Baumia, Samira, and his brother near there, if you are coming just kind of go school. It's not right. Sebio, Ubuha, Unkruma, scholarships on the by Nigerian wage, Ubuha, or Shri, Kodobedi, Afia Deniba, Gumpuyo, Udima dear. Our new opportunity. Those are the people who should be given scholarships to. Me nibi cry, I know how to maneuver. So I just say, meet me, I'm a push you. But politicians no won't sign your political opportunity. Now I say scholarship no bad. Now why GB?
And first scholarship. Minister Biadi.
How should you do that? It's not right.
JB. And you be a
PhD. My year a lot of courses. My year Harvard courses twice. My year defense and intelligence courses. Different. I find my own way. Me bicycle. Never. Not one time. I find my own way. What I said. Oh, you're a minister. You have privileges. You have opportunities. So now, here oh, that's how. So, come the scholarship now. The nepotism bank. Okay.
It's in the press conference.
Okay. Now, for illegal mining now, okay. Yeah, but banning yeah. Forest reserves. And you are illegal mining or forest reserve. We are starting pack you because from 7th is over. No illegal mining on water bodies, no illegal mining in forest reserves. And no, and no. Until they better get ready. Now, for Black Star experience, we know, more interest. But I would say, Ghana, no, the West, Marcus Garvey eba ha Kwame Nkrumah nankasa Obama and wife eba ha other dignitaries you say sa experience no yentimi packaging ye and I have various year of return Manifesto kajamegu and I have festivals afashe imagine say a branding company afashe now what rights no now every year be an omnombe manager fashion I'm marketing internationally so no more TBB to the traditional council the same with other festival who bet you do you know the traffic it will bring you see you creating a friend of Black Star experience over Ghana that experience they are packaging this is Nkrumah's land omu believe in Nkrumah. Marcus Garvey came here. What was the experience? Du Bois came here. What was the experience? Obama came here. What was the experience? You have packaging here. Even you bet near ton digitally. So you be creative. Now what talk? You know, the friend says 3D. Why no? Or $100. You have a code. No, you experience. You will come to Ghana. You will come to the castle digitally. Near chat will raise a lot of money. Engineer who needs car the big tickets there $100.
$100.
Imagine say Nipa 1 million. $100 saying. Oh, so want to leverage that. And I feel they are starting investigation into militia for ya. Momusha Somalia ya mutu bahati. Omunyina
Electoral Commission no. JV,
I don't get it too. Political parties are conduct elections.
David.
So why would the EC say EC na kofui anyebia sabotete boko there? No, who's been advising these people? Who's been advising them?
You see,
because general one quick one. The Chimay South, returning officer no, declare result at Amboa. Okay. You need to Chimay South to create free honor. It's a woman do a jury. Returning officer and declare the NDC as a winner. And if you want to contest that particular result, where do you go? You go to the High Court.
That's right.
Not Collation. What is this whole misconduct all about? It's as if some brothers are usually a one-man show. It's as if some brothers are paying me any honor one, or bet me a trouble for catching and this and them rather was a honor. Now, 7 different constituencies are in contention. I have for no southeast, any southwest, you know, Mokano. He said declare. What happened? They told my son so they are back Tesano. For what? Ablekumanov. There are referees said about 3 or 4 days ago, and we declare Rabina Obed as the winner for Ablekumanov constituency. So why are they recounting it again? If they have any issue with it, Adam Zaboko High Court. In any case, the presidential result is like I said, one. Now, can you tell me the contest and the No, you see, please, more referee because Ghana from one movie. We are able to read and write. Don't allow yourselves to be used by any political party, the micro political parties, the micro minority. No, you see, I don't know, member of parliament. This is a teaching child. Open NPP before gaining some level of minority in parliament and numbers of parliament. But when you know very well,
JB, my catch now say East way away no. Now one more year MPP annex.
No, this is seriously madness.
Deputy women organizer, Bossman Asare. Or a deputy national organizer. Akwaya beka say or a deputy national communicator. Eti abro almost plan na almost fire no. Hwe wo mudi mi na wa hu ma me no.
This is seriously bad.
Yeah, boss man Asare we see it here to say so far wa for be yire. Hwe we are we see it here so far wa for be yire.
Na ewu.
Na ewu aye kan asem. Hwe boss man Asare na nim. Wo mani ewu poto. Eti no adentina mama ye sa it's omo ye party adwuma and yes omo ye Ghana adwuma in any case
God.
CI na ye did declare results no or say SSL returning officer no
Yes.
or no and SSL
CI 127
or declare the law is clear. There's no ambiguity in the law.
And the last time you call court, you did elections to court. Elections are won at the police station.
Yeah, in Iron Google CI
127.
CI 127. Yeah, in Obian Fanny. Me machine CI 127. Enya dia. Ewe chiri. Who Google who benya the 4th edition.
Yes. And there's a declaration of the parliamentary and the presidential result in the CI.
And
it is so clear.
Eti say ehin or say oko.
Almost say say returning officer no for the district collation say announce result via the next resort say won tia the next place at be call high court not recollection center e water no
Charlie it is a party
say you to me announce result ni dia
deputy women
that is why you take it to the high court. I mean, why are you wasting our time? You're trying to be a chair and I watch it. You're about to celebrate 41 meters, 41, 1. You're about to celebrate. You are there wasting our time. 7 different constituencies. Mind you, here, only baby, who touch my south. A honor in the last 4 years, we are book of form. That place is still in contention. And the sitting member of parliament, Martina J. Kwasa, sat before the camera and so declared the one as a winner. That you see, okay, most also found recollation. For what? If there's any form of contention, go to the high court. Let that place be the last resort. You just why are they wasting our time?
JB, one party, deputy women organizer.
No, this is madness. Please.
Bossman Asare, or a deputy national organizer, NPP. One almost some holding in deputy commissioners in Obia will positioner. Or hold the year, and you see, say Yame Pesot, Yanko Pobet me at the tell, sa. Yeah, I saw be crew, I am a Yanko Ponchamo crew and Yama Bia. Because crew will be why Yama, why her name soon a woman ashy.
Maybe I can't see I need it.
See, and maybe at her. The point is very simple. One more year MPP at Juma, and Adiana Bro, almost. That's all.
Because I it's a why are we here? We are here because I don't the press on I don't the prayer wine. It's a woman Nigeria they are well manana. Children try so to me member of parliament. No, I mean there's some useless decision we shouldn't entertain it. Why we simple that you go your way, go and learn your lessons, come back again stronger and win that seat again. You don't just waste our time. You are about 1 week in it. You are so protest over elections. It is NDC for injection found to swear. Like what would be the other means? I'll bet me they declare results. Recollation. When your CI do not say anything about recollation. And I want to say something brothers are Ghana for I say you really cost I say I mean almost how much I say.
Yes or no?
Presidential results no. Anya said ye yankaba no ye hweman so.
Okay, hweman.
Nke jato man.
But this na katokwa sisi o baby bebre. Look at parliamentary elections. Your friends touch my south. We are not learning any reasonable lessons from it. Last 4 years, in Tokwesi or Honoma, soldiers for Kufuor for 8. Yes, you are free.
Because this year, nobody was punished.
Yes, because and this year the same place in Nankasa. Yes, also contesting the same results. Are we not learning any reasonable lessons from it? Yes, Kufuor in any case, Kufuor and national one in this very particular elections.
Now the Peace Council is saying,
bogus.
You have call IPAC meeting. When the rules are clear as to what to.
What we are here to Yakum Nipa 6, Yamboni Nipa 6,
and nobody cares about it. And you are happy telling us
CI 127 43 Declaration and publication of parliamentary election results. I, subject to Regulation 42, immediately after the result of the poll for all the polling stations in the constituency of the returning officer have been given to the returning officer shall, the operation word is shall,
which means to say
shall in the presence of the candidates or the representatives of the candidate or not more than 2 counting agents appointed by each candidate. A, assemble the results from the polling stations without recounting. Without recounting.
Without
the ballot in the ballot boxes, except where there is a challenge by a candidate or a counting agent in respect of a specific ballot box. B, fill the parliamentary election results summary sheets as set out in Form 1D
simple
of the schedule.
Simple.
C, give public notice of the total number of votes cast for each candidate. D, publicly declare as elected in a parliamentary election the candidate who had the highest votes. E, request the candidates or the representatives or counting agents of the candidates to, together with the returning officer, sign the parliamentary election results collation form as set out in Form 1C of the schedule and the parliamentary election results summary sheet as set out in Form 1D of the schedule and post a copy at the constituency collation center. F. Give each candidate or the representative or counting agent of a candidate a completed and signed copy of the parliamentary election results collation form set out in Form 1C of the schedule and the parliamentary election results summary sheet as set out in Form 1D of the schedule. G, endorse on the rate specified in Form 1B of the schedule and the name of the person elected. And finally, forward to the commission the endorsed rate and a note of the total number of votes cast for each candidate. 2, the commission shall, on receipt of an endorsed rate, publish the Gazette a notice stating the name of the person elected and the total number of votes cast for each candidate, and B, inform the clerk to Parliament soon after that of the name of the candidate elected. Ebusafo emrawe adikwe otu. You're born to say adokwe. Okay, I'm sorry. You're born to say
adokwe.
Okay. NTJ Mensa. Simple. I don't speak Ga. I Jane Mensa. Adokwe. Whichever. Jane A Mensa. And some can say mecha anamwa. Jane A Mensa. Aha. Emrana ono ade ye adwuma na ye de to aba no. Eye kwan mienu na ye declare results because ye to aba mienu pe. The okodi MP and the okodi president. Emrana say eye CI 127 and then ye de ye adwuma. Na Emrana 127 no krata fanchi chem aduanan miensa eye paragraph 43 or say SSA abana yebeto ni nyina no a returning officer shall to me no say ono na ebeda nipa wan wi no edi na mra ne say SSA oyesa 1 ewo eye candidate na we lose ana de wan win obi o won so a olusu a onjina ho but on timi nka se ono ware onjina ho nti emeye mmubo abado yempe obi a owo ho obesi na nam na yenya announcement no woni pananim sɛ saa nipa ne nso oni hɔ a yɛmpɛ nipa mmienu a wɔgyina hɔ a wɔhwɛ yɛn ma wɔkan aba no na wɔnyɛ declaration wɔ n'anim deɛ di kan assemble all the results from the polling stations without recounting the ballot in the ballot box except where there is a challenge by a candidate or counting agent in respect of a specific ballot box. Or say yen can be mom na fe no eye penny a oda constituency na no onso ba konsem omodin na mom e bi obebo ni din no se wakan wo mahwe guwa sorte akan awie na se obi wo haw bi a ballot box ba ko asem wo ho na che say specific polling station eno and you betimi aka ho asem but eno so no wakacho say not recounting.
Exactly.
Without so, recounting. Because here
yes, that means it says so unya kind ballot papers ni we are. That's all declare we are. It ends it. Oh, once it be can. Now court. Now say ya ye ka say. Pacho, in some adreji. Adreji.
Returning officer no. When declare result.
Oh, declare ye ka just another private.
Okay. Eti
teacher by force says another prayer.
I say Sunday call another prefix say our pink sheet ebetime ye bibi amana high court. You go to the high court.
Simple.
You present your case. But with him Jane A. Mensah.
Oh,
me mbon kan din no. Jane A. Mensah. Or your deputy women organizer. Or your party adwuma because wanya ne saa ase NPP for bekasa wa moa won
obi asoma won Ghana for to aba enye onu ntumi ye ho hwe
me body bossman asare
wani
sa wanya hwe a wo de we ya no wasi ne tia se hwe no phone so no he ba ma bi edi asem na odi for obi mi ni shirt bottom so boss we bi first two na ne kom sensen ho say ye len so abo so amoa cause we da for two so wa we ade na fono no. What you say? Eti uhwe na nima ade no andi amoa
yes no.
And you see,
and that is the will of the people.
Emrane say Emrane say subject to regulation 42 immediately after the result of the poll for all the polling stations in the constituency of the returning officer have been given to the returning officer shall, in the presence of the candidates or the representative of the candidates or not more than 2 counting agents appointed by each candidate. Do I declare on Electoral? One tiasia.
No court. I want ye deep parliamentary result.
In any case, now say a case in Supreme Court. What was the final judgment now? Chief Justice Ekanye.
Yeah.
Or can say case Nukurano, a second high court.
High court the case
because it's a parliamentary matter.
Exactly the point.
The Supreme Court made it clear.
And presidential issues are always discussed at our Supreme Court. Parliamentary or high court. Simple. So if you have any issue with the election result, go to the high court. Change another break to when you have
easy way on pass on dream moment. Okay. Sabaumia ama bonte amekasa waria. Aka easy way kaba no declare presidential results. I'm telling you.
Honorable.
I am telling you today because the agenda was 50.9. As to how they were going to get that 50.9, only God knows. And that is why Nana says only Baumia Kasano. That is why Baumia says Nanado and then Kasano. How can you say transition?
The vice president is
the vice president.
Meanwhile, Ghana
Ghana for come to think of this. Kufuor's time Mahama was there. Rollins handing over to Kufuor. Mahama was also there. Professor John Evans was there.
Sure. Atamis a handover. But time and not more a handover. John Mahama handover. Papu Semisata was there. So what is the point?
Anyway.
Teaching is that a year first another pro or Piana.
With all this,
institutions adwuma pa for me President Mahama biggest challenge I will say dealing with this independent institutions of state independent institutions of state, the judiciary, Electoral Commission, anti-corruption agencies. Say, obe compromise per na democracy, literacy, turning upside down, because omuna I was omu acting as checks, executive power. So Parliament will oversight responsibility over the executive. So Parliament here compromise per na ma executive no ni ma de omo pe. Na Bloomberg no way Mo Ibrahim report on judiciary. They na ye kan ho asema ase ye NDC for na yetu ani asi judiciary so. Now according to Mo Ibrahim in 2014, I say Ghanaians' confidence in the judiciary's impartiality was rated at 95.3 points. Yes, I say in 2014, John Mahama president. Now Ghanaians were confidence in the judiciary as impartial. And yet they are about control behind judiciary no so. The rating 95.3. Now as of 2023, I dropped to 68.3. So, Sana, this same report, Mo Ibrahim report, about the EC, about other institutions. Just say, Omaya compromised. And one of the greatest challenge President Mahama is to address this issue. Waka the code of conduct and standards for public officials. Obien himself in the public institutions, the code of conduct, impartiality, independence, professionalism. Who you as a professional? It's who easier. You're a professional. When you're aligned to a political party because president been appointed, you must be impartial. And I'm about to purpose because of the partial alliance to a political party or a party in government. Nyamada Roma and Ghana Fonso Diakoyeni revolution is a revolution you. Yes, a big revolution of mindset. Say Ubia, say Uye, Ubibia, ye dear Jumasha on Sa, say Uyeno, said ye fata. And no mama, President Mahama, a mandate also Sessan Yemo. But didn't see from now mandate no war or with the majority behind him. All those who have shown their hands say Omama a Jumam to be professionals, to be ethical, say Meno a Mran Namdi Juma. Is said down Namdi Juma nemum me too good no me please you know. Those people should account na on sanitize the system such that in future obiara call public institution more obenya sa at the back of his in the mind say man conducting me who year I have some a responsibility. I have a day of accountability.
Chief, but you see, yet to Krum Han will say, and it started as from you, the politicians, more politicize it. Every single institution, every single one of them. You were police for NDC for. Your police for before, your soldier for NDC for, and I mean, it should not in any shape or form happen in anywhere in this country. But
Mama, the example. Say Ghanaians in 2014, the survey, Ghanaians' confidence in the judiciary was saying 95.3. Say they are independent, they are impartial. Now, 10 years along the line, a drop. Ghanaians see the judiciary as being controlled. I don't know, young time, Omanka say, John Mahama,
no, but it's
controlled judiciary.
It's a serious trend, and I think that going forward as people, we need to strategize.
Seriously.
By finding solutions to some of these things that can plunge this country into total chaos and mayhem. Okay? We've gone for our elections. Otherwise of whatever, it was peaceful.
Yes. Ghana first.
We had snatching of ballot boxes at some few places. The very first time in the electoral history of this country in Greater Accra region, that incidents in the central part business district, no incident was recorded.
Yeah.
We have the peripheral recording one or two things. Okay? And results were collated, announced, and then all of a sudden, body now or supervise elections, you know. The body itself is fighting with unwanted rules and regulations.
In one instance, returning officer Abe declare results. Then the following morning, deputy returning officer comes to declare a counter result.
The EC itself is actually in contention with their own rules and regulations, their own CI.
So in a decade, this is where we have declined as a country. And this is where the institutions...
We have a human rights lawyer as a president. He is silent more than a dead cow and is not willing to say anything about this. And you see, since when did the police station become a coalition center?
I'm just shocked.
Things.
And the last time we call her, but we are more year collation. The last time we call her,
Ghana for me, you see, yes, I was actually depicting a certain picture to the entire country for us to know the true colors of this crop of New Patriotic Party members. The party hierarchy, the executive hierarchy, the legislature. As for the judiciary, we'll find another time to talk about it. Not tonight. Okay? Now, Obi Ayatu Abewe Marane say, so one tell who was here. Court.
Is it not so? Is it not surprising?
Many have forgotten the constituency. Kufuor's time.
Yes.
Nipan Bako. Oko court 4 years.
Reverend Odote.
Odote, Reverend.
Odote.
Otrek court sa. Adia swear the new parliament in the courtman rulings on the MP.
Can you imagine this?
It happened in this country. Yeah. The court knew the figures. They could have given a ruling on that. But as peaceful as we are, we all kept mute, watched it play on and played off. Nipa netna fa konfie nan okokot sa 6th January to 7 January I swear in the next parliament.
Next parliament.
And a high court ruling say ono and a year MP. They say no could MP no way. Who won job?
It's not surprising to know to say all these seats are in contention are MPP so to say seats are almost say a MPP seats in the for and the ones are MPP for winning it there's no problem with it but near MPP for the NDC for winning there's a problem with it. So I mean what is this?
Why is all of a sudden Ghana for
what is this?
Ghana for I salute you my idea the teacher mama Ghana for the teacher mama the teacher mama say MPP Ekwa Ashanti region seat.
Can you imagine?
Offenso north.
I have for north south and I have for north south east or whatever. 3 of them.
Ashanti regional and then MPP contested Ashanti region seat. The people of Ashanti region in Ghana, I salute you this evening.
Revolution is
This is how we should be treating our politicians. They will sit and think.
And an opener maker say, look, NDC should not even give up. So even if you should take them the last day, so me contesting all these results. I'm going to be court. No more grabbing all those friends electoral areas and I say constituencies. They should do it because you see, it is the will of the Ghanaian people. Ghana for the Koto Santo Kotoaba, not the political party. So political party cannot hold the whole country to ransom.
That's it.
And I mean, Obia MP another prayer far. It's a woman to Jeff one farmer.
Now Patrick Boama Krelusu.
One who can lose now.
Patrick Boama Krelusu now not ombre.
And you see, baby, I South. This is the place where last 4 years
people were shot.
They killed 8 people. And that same place is still under contention. And the EC is sitting there. No, a person who said you cook Kufuor. I mean, please. I mean, let's reason. If people are behaving as if somebody paying the bill fee.
Wow, beba face. I do see.
Oh,
beba face.
ya trouble you. Ghana for nakasa. You see, man, control by nibi. Momo di abo to you. Be one single vote. Please allow the will of the people to speak. That is what you're talking about. But what's Montiasia? Court ni ya fa ko hono mo se ya fa court aba mesu hono mo se seven predecessor ya de kwa koto jina na sa nwamo. Yeah, the court the court this see one almost say you be matter training NPP yet me dead. So be it. And surprisingly, omo yes I dey we na so em ready for. Another branch of parliament. Yom na shemra. What is happening to the common sense? That he should take the whole issue to court. What is happening to his common sense? Abba.
The victory of Mahama.
No, but you see, before Honorable Bekono, I think, Mesanda Ghana for us, you're a politician, Sinyansa. Yentame Mahama. Mahama Sobano Bedin Semfua, you better not Hayaka. NDC first were honorable. Upon for suka ho yen show mu the same nyansa ne bi ebe mo bia dream beta ho on say ye share about ye electioneering no na me ka say me trend da NDC ben winning Ashanti region na NPP ben winning voter region one say NDC ewure mu Ashanti region NPP for ye matwakuru
10 good seats in the Ashanti region.
10 seats
10 seats
out of 47.
Yes.
10 ko almighty Ashanti region.
What's one of them one na kasa hunu na kamu?
Na kwabena senjire wasankrofo line ebe pa ba omi acho. Mo ye ni yan kamani mbayam.
Wow, beba face.
Nsa no waya ne mpe. Wodi bisa communicators won sika na sese o mo de ma o mo. Nipa mi no tena so Jubilee House.
Na den. Na mo tsaso mende. Say come dey wo.
O tena sika no so.
Sika ni bre.
Eti party communicators e come dey wo no. A wo pe sika kura faka akọ radio ni TV stations. Akọbọ the aban no na ese ese why no kura de wuro no honorable no be tiskan so omche di wo Jubilee House na visa mo ye wan se nye se minu e intimase and NDC for that so tiase nta
enyi se NDC for so tiase da
na nkan wi na
enyi se NDC for tiase
seat we akai ye jama wo
omu je me wo jama
se ye jam oh nya betray oh minu a
general me fo ano kranka
ye jama wo ye jama wo A microcosm.
No, but I'll say
the will of the people must prevail. It should reflect.
Basse, you record a Tesano police station. Next elections, no.
It might even end up at Bemaka. That's no police station. The next elections, I mean, they are
Let's go by what the rules.
You should learn lessons.
Rules. The rules are there. Say, you declare we are no one here. Court. It's simple. And Tesano police station. Hey. Why?
And then they are called Tesano. It's Bemaka. It's from Bemaka.
Let's do it right.
Then I'm question about Chief, what I remember. Now you're former local government minister. Okay. Ghana for more than one boy and a pamo Mokasha was a moon conquest in a fee. Then the Pamun Massayaba. Yamia Dom Ghana for Hurricane Mahama, almost every an overwhelming majority. You will see that in the history of our body politics. What lessons have you personally, as a former minister, learned from your administration, your then administration, and what is happening now, and Nanado's administration?
Wow, Beba first, I do seek at Beba first, and much warmer.
In that period, issue are not a whopa that caused the defeat. Sa dumsor. And I always say sa dumsor 95 na shasi. Way back in 95.
Some kind of Mekawa. 6 March.
Way back in 95. And I said dumsor shasi. And the background to it was that at the time President Rawlings said you move a lot of, this was at a cabinet meeting. You move experienced hands from the ministries check to the districts to go and man the districts. So percent districts near viable, very strong district assemblies. Ne binim person boko. Inti at the cabinet meeting, what came up and they say, Oma wo Accra Hanum person boko on 2 key issues. Electricity and schools, because most of them manoko private schools. And to relocate to rural areas, no obon pesomoko. And at the meeting, what came up and they say, can we extend electricity to all the districts? That was the question of the cabinet members. Or they share a VRA, then VRA boss. And or they say Achua Hoy and Kwesibochi as finance. Achua Hoy was at energy. Omunko year program to extend to all the districts, capitals. Now let's see if we do this capital, Sachaban or Tepa. Tepa is the district capital. Or your man
no DC.
Let me DC or now 2 other man so or Banfo Mabain Obia said Miss Wipibi. So then now I prepare. The original idea said district capital no and I instead in Kono. Then next. So the expansion of access
and would you say
the capacity to generation capacity to supply the electricity. That's when the problem started. And of course, because President Kufuor Blessokra crusade because every time a dry season now, not Ghanaians nyaya alert at the party of newspapers near the water level. because enum a generating power no. And of course, then President Mahama comes and says, I'm taking responsibility for this challenge. We make sure some fix. Then that becomes a idea saying, "Kubu say, "Uno okofaba," and you know okofaba. And you know okofaba do so bad Ghana. It was there before obey a president. And but at the time that the term ended, not that generation capacity has been fixed. Obadi who adansi with the plant not free Turkey buy American plant. So then we didn't have an issue of excess generation.
Sure.
So with the frustration Nipa Kobo with that period of power outages, crisis, power crisis, was a major issue. It was a major issue for all Ghanaians. I said, Nipa is frustrated, no matter. But if you look at all the economic indicators, from depreciation, from inflation, all the economic indicators, now they compare now. It's a man who cry.
But those times we didn't know now.
So now people are realizing say, that's right here. Mayday, the Eastern Regional TUC, Regional Secretary.
Yeah.
Mrs. Ajiman, I remember the name very well. Me reading the speech. And I know all kind of situation now. That in 2016, Obiana ne income year 1,000 cedis. So was a $100, so we need 250. And now, at the time, Mayday, no. Now, 1,000 cedis, no, we have $58. That's the difference. That's the difference. And now people realize, then we didn't treat John Mahama and the NDC fairly.
I see.
Well, just pick this analysis that the woman made.
The simple logic I am drawing from what you are saying, and it's Ghana for Ejaje, President Mahama, and the ex-president Kufuor, Amamono, and nobody a comparison. We didn't know say this was going to happen along Nana Danko Kufuor Amamu. So almost the difference between the two. The late President Mills and the John Mahama and John Ajekum Kufuor, there was a clear difference. And because time John Mahama, $5, no, it was somewhere around
4 cedis.
No,
20%.
Yes, Mills Honomono. Yeah. Free John Ajekum Kufuor, it was around 1.22, and even 90 pesos. Before I buy $1 to $1, and subsequent was a air bedroom 4 cedis 20 pesos. Now, so from 1 cedi to 4 cedis 20 pesos was at that time a very huge margin. Now, you share the difference now. It was so clear. This time around, because of here in any say, you need more chance and about bedroom 70 cedis, and even now I'm told say 14 cedis. The difference is so clear. Say go for your mobile.
I said $1 or $2 be didn't grow from.
Investor confidence.
Exactly. Yes, you say you are a former minister and a cabinet minister for that matter. If you see who that reasonable lessons are, most every way move, and those ones are not going to be repeated in your coming administration. Because now we know Ghanaians are very discerning. We are able to read it between the lines. We are able to assess.
1389.
Okay.
We are going to say Mahama Diakunya. No, the bad 10 cities.
What?
When increasing the salary by 70%.
Yeah, sure. So you can see those lessons. Apart from the dumsor was.
I mean the elections here. They are cost so. Me shall say the 8 years no even see Ghana Mamumuda Niema Kok. And election results no CBC is ada.
Yes.
So it's a lesson for all of us. Yeah, you almost see a chief for a bar almost part to be in leadership positions. The issue of accountability, one.
Okay.
And that is why I will support any initiative to ensure that people are held accountable. At times, crying yes, Kasem. You may deal with G and Ubuhun Kunta. Bank of Ghana, a loss is in Mentiasia. Ya from Aba, Mumachim. Nagana Funina Auntie. Why over the period from independence, Bepum Mabreso, Mobile and Kwana more postal losses? That's accountability. So, issue of accountability, Obia will aspire to hold a position in John Mahama's second coming. You must be prepared to be accountable.
I see.
Because now, when the public and the media throw the spotlight on you,
But honorable, who hold you guys accountable?
I know. You hold scrutiny. Spotlight no better so now
the spotlight in the better so answer. Obi akoye bibi answer the better so the light na to so
cross and
appointment behind the ho answer say yenim won a ebe ministers.
I see.
Me anye ye kra no ba ma say the ministers no embro 66 both cabinet and deputy ministers ne other ministers in no embro 66 mo NDC for ya yenimo you show any hu baby awo beko so what you say o share Elvisa you hu baby obeko o show kujeto yenim baby obeko
I see
you show wadako yenim baby obeko
Erokopoku
o fa Erokopoku yenim baby obeko o fa Shamima Muslim yenim baby obeko oh yeah we know it's no yenim we know. So we are saying we know.
I see.
Yenim baby abeko, yenim baby current majority leader.
Yes, Haruna.
Ato Force. Yenim baby Ato Force beko. Yenim baby Haruna beko.
Wow.
Jinapo.
Yes.
NDC Jinapo. Yenim baby obeko. Ama Kofi Boa. Yenim baby obeko.
Hey.
Oh yenim yes afena ye beka say yenim baby amame Bampo. Your friend say
Nanoye
yenim baby Nanoye beko.
I see.
Yenim baby obi eko. Eti yen ya so light ne dada.
I see. Hey. Okay.
No sure. Ya so ye light ne dada and we will hold this government ye be bom ho ban. Eti amakache Kwamse Fakan. Oketechi Afrifa ono se kwekwo te yin na didi a na so be san ko Angela fine. Pollard watch them so we just good evening Ghana na to we dwana kwetana London. Me na meti krum ha no. Sabo ka tell me say me medwane.
Kasongo ye.
Ada no man ko to mama so mo pair. That means we will have gotten about 10 million more.
You know Ashanti region, typical of Ashanti region. You see chairman, this analysis somebody did the same analysis and I flawed the person. Listen,
Go ahead.
Sure. Ashanti region is the stronghold of the NPP. And no vote in Ashanti region is a vote against the NPP. And no vote.
Okay. Someone to vote against the Samitias.
And no vote in voter region is a vote against the NPP.
I know the Samitias.
Now watch this. Ashanti region is the only region Kufuor will be if you want to. Obuon Kwasiache region there. And say NPP for contested and we are lose bitterly 2028. They should go back to your region and apologize to the people. Because chairman, when they are Samaba, voters register now, Jane A. Mensa, it was overbloated. Yes, watch this. 2016, the new patriotic party, which I was a key person, we were shouting on Jane Mensa. We're shouting. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, John Kuma. Wait, so fine.
John Kuma no. The wife of a cancer. Yeah, we heard the Bunkan.
Why I can't say. And that's why I am for
what's in the crew on let them when your cancels them.
But on any crew, call. I want to be in Cody. I want to me. FFA. Who can Facebook post?
Who to mean can
then who can Facebook post?
They say who to mean can
who can Facebook post?
Power back can you know. Who to me
now P a cancer. Which way now P a because I
don't make a choice. I don't make a choice. Yeah, my mom and
o say ne nya mami na some ya kan ye bojo kuma di mami no dey
me you kurafo bi
o nya kurafo bi a onya hwe but we roll poison
o kwa u ma
poison
o ma bi
baby o poison
o kwa ka flavor ka
be
o pe sisifia ni bi
mo man sisifia
chairman
ona bo hwe 2016
general pacho
Mr.
Any cancer to the answer.
Okay.
But open the heavy.
Open the heavy. We'll train
Captain then.
Okay. And said it here no. Let's open short kakra. Calabe na pe.
The open.
Until that just say. Open koko.
The open.
Open day. Can you open?
When it's so Cotton pata proba.
Open the one woda now, open the on woda.
Moment. Oh, I saw that.
On a more serious note, 2016, me count only they say a population of 30 million. That time they had 31 million. Now registered voters, no, 15.8 something million. Baumia, Kenofuriata, Gabi Ochedako, Asante Bedi Etu. I've forgotten the then director of elections.
That have no 30 million.
Eh?
That have no 30 million.
Oh, yes,
no.
Chairman,
30 million.
Chairman. Yeah, 30 million.
2016, no. 20. Oh,
yes,
woman.
Yes,
2016 about 27 or 28 million.
Oh, chair.
It's about.
Yes, a doors do. It's a you did say yenti registered voters so because a country we cannot have a voter population more than half of the general population.
In fact, 2016, for the purpose of clarity, Omo about 10.9.
That's right.
Representing 69.
Make a total registered voters. No,
total registered voters. I think I'll get it for you. Oh no, but me who know how to so I say registered voters normally 15.7.
That's right.
15.7.
Exactly.
Yes.
15 million plus.
Yes.
Yeah, did they say a dozen because Ghana population no. How can we have a registered voters almost half of the population, total population? It was abnormal. So me can home. Yeah, na can say voters register no. Bloated. Fast forward 2024, a population of 30.8 million. Now you were over 18 million.
18.7.
18.7 million registered voters. Look, it was over bloated.
2016, Pacho.
Population, we cut Ghana's population.
Say 30.8.
And 2016, yeah.
But all things
2016 was 30.8. And this is 30.8.
But that be 2016.
Chairman, before the internet was so good. 2016 were almost 30 million.
And then 30 million.
And they say 30.8. Yes.
Are you saying?
Yes. Chairman, Google. Chairman, check from your phone. We were 29
years.
Yes, we were 29 point something million.
2016 and only 29.5
million.
And at 2020, that's why.
And they are 30.8.
Census, every 10
yes, 30.8.
Every 10 years.
No, it cannot be.
It cannot be. I'm not in myself, baby. 2016. 2016.
Wait, figure that right.
Then we wait to 2020, but this is 2016. Population in Ghana
29.5.
29.5.
2016 in it.
This is 2016.
And date Benny.
Oh, that be
2016 and a free about one.
No.
Who's have do her?
These are clear figures. These are clear figures.
I don't know. 2016.
So what is it? What is it?
Well, 2020.
Every year, every 10 years.
I mean, 2020 near 31, almost 32 billion.
2020.
And
almost 32 million now. I mean, the figures
that is after 4 years. After 4 years.
Chairman,
but what is the population census?
That's what I'm saying. Say 2 years, no 2 million and 4 years, 2 million.
Chairman, it's wrong calculation. Electoral Commission said that blue T voters register no. To say they are accusing Charlotte or saying it's the same thing. And a Jane because say 30.8. Yeah, 30.8. How can we have a total voter?
Yeah, 30.8. You had 2020 cry 31.
Fancy 32 million.
Bro, I am bro. This is 2020. No, this say 2020.
That made the 2016.
2016 now. Mupushi ba 2020.
Chairman in Prehu. Yeah, 34 million. Which 34 million mutu is saying?
17.
17. How can we have a population of 34 million, if indeed we are 34 million, how can we have a voting population of over 18.7 million? It is not done mathematically, it's wrong.
I mentioned the minimum suspect. The suspect say, who say voters register and say, be if you say, yeah, no, that's 2020. No. Now, 16 point something. And then 17. No, 2020 was 17. And I got 18 point something. Until about 2 million people, more people were added to the 2020 registered them. The same way, no. What can say be voters register? You can say, Yemfa Omu Wumra. Emma ended the forecast say Omo ko dina much they can Omu Ewu no.
I'm on Omo ko dina much.
I believe I'm going about 500,000. Then I get people are. I see one more less than 1 month to me and farmer. And I tell you, there are more people in the voters register who may not be alive today. But you need a team link birth and death. Any a friend say voter register. So you team link here. Because who we are no record the no you free. But that bloated, I bloated that. And you can't tell me for the past 8 years, no. That's since 2016, no. Nipa.
Chairman, calculation ya we here. Baumia.
So what you Dr.
Bao, Jim Kambeka Chairman Baumia. Anyway, I should which my NPP National Chairman. His Excellency Dr. Mahama Baumia, incoming NPP National Chairman.
Oh, another one. Matisse will post. It's not a post. I host in a airport.
Meaning,
there.
maintain that.
Matisse was a post.
Then one ever said, I mean, move to me. You are talking about me.
This is the first
appointment. Now, who cries? Yes, one talk about me.
Yes, Mahama, appointed.
Yes, one talk about me.
However, I want to say,
what man?
At this point in time,
what to about me? What to about me?
I am about me. I'm a Lydia Al-Hassan.
Okay.
I was supposed to go.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Until that's a woman, sir.
Butterfly.
But never
butterfly.
Butterfly.
It dance like a butterfly.
Chairman, 26. You see. I buy the boat technically, you can see the boat by I am not in Crawford, TSU. Share, Chairman. ECC obey thorough register, devoid of politics.
You don't mean yet, let's obey if he and an office or no one who say,
no, Chairman, there be any wood as a Ghana.
That's the only way you can
voting population.
That is the only way your name can disappear from the voters register.
Your voting, your Ghana voting population. Me sure say you do 14 million. Check the demographics. Ghana Statistical Service the buyer after the housing and population census.
No,
check it. We check demographics now. We check. Where yeah, check. This is why.
Check mine. So the other say what man check mine. Take it out mine.
And no, what I try. And no, they are there.
Mr. Digital, but
say it's your memory 34 million, not more than half. It's me to aba. Hey, well, I'm ready.
And I make her say, time my year voters vote the voter register and the current one. Then was it 2020? Yeah. The new one. The new digital one.
That's the idea.
No, I said I
mop up now.
Who come for 2020 elections? 2020. Said it was done in 2019. I don't know. I forgot to say. I don't want to say.
Almost be 2018. In fact, they started in 2018, and almost be mop up around 2019 and 2020. Because now there was even 2 years arrest because of when no I feel there no and no more because of COVID-19 there to for about 2 years no munyanya registration throughout. But 2020 there
two assemblyman about no so
no assemblyman o fan too. Assemblyman go and check.
Yeah no to yet. Until see. Okay.
Assemblyman by election.
We'll share population breakdown. No, population breakdown. Gender. You will mark 50.1%, and a member 49.9%. And nobody can tell me, say, from this figure, if we are having statisticians and actuarial scientists to sit down and go deeper into our figures, a country to say Ghana, you want just 34 million people.
But now age above 80.
You were 80.
Ghanaian population age above 80.
Chairman, that's what I'm saying, sir. No, Chairman, that's what I'm saying, sir. Your statistical service, they work towards political lines. And it's about time I say you an independent statistician. Okay? So I trust who said he's working.
When you're independent journalist, and what independent?
Maybe you're independent. Maybe you're Mahama. Maybe you're
and independent.
Let's just say you be tell me. Paul, I want to bet my Jamie. Come Jennifer phone London Airport. Come see if I can own to be Kobe. Okay, the chapter can we be friends. You
can't independent.
Oh, then you're journalism independent anymore. It's either you are for the truth. No, it's either you are for the truth. No, you don't take sides. It's either you are for the truth or you belong to the Lion Brigade. I belong to the truth. And everything I said on my show, correct. Mami one, I can't show me one. Mami one, what me tell me one? You better push show this is here. What tell me one? I make can't you better push show this is here. May resign 3 hours. Okay.
We are Mecca.
Oh, Chairman, can I hear? Everything I said.
No catch them and I do it for me.
So there be no new show you so. But now when himself when you kakra. About 12 o'clock, we had them be for P. It is so much me 12 for there put 12 for MP. About 12 for MP.
Where do I fit out? Where do I fit out?
We share the analogy. Analysis I walk your voter register on another day discussion. But MPP would lose, you know. When himself you pass your to about MPP. Yes, maybe you don't know. Let me tell you today. When him say in political orientation and positioning, your faces a play key. But one day Kufuor who no more you know mo feed that principle in politics. There be one more channel who share no.
That's not
maybe you don't know your value. Let me sit here and tell you today. Upa yemie phone line is here nipa wunti omoto abatian MPP.
Etia.
Yes, or share wo to abati MPP.
See my way.
Watch this. Watch this trouble. If sticker it be a deputy finance minister. Now we are Ghana Post board member. Board member.
He was not rewarded well enough.
Ghana Post. Hey, any part of the wo. Now we share one from 1996. I remember who am I rewarded. Ewo MPP. Ebe sinne ye chemu 10 sticker onya 2. So you look at people with a large following, a huge following, and then you give them a position. I will bet me there take care of the people. So you can always bounce on them for certain numbers.
After all, politics, that is all politics about.
Main discussing.
Yeah, discussing.
Yeah, discussing. What's me discussing? Now, any one said another, Emma than Botry, if you mainstream ministry folding, then you can say, yeah. Because the Botry being a no, me say, my idea, I say, we are done, make a be tea. And maybe I can say, okay. Nancy, I am about to why. That same week, Michelle, that can say, I remember you. Because the Botry frame me. I am about to Michelle, do 1 week, 2 months. Such people, and I have found ministers. But Ufa obi to say sticker. Now sticker between me and say to me for sticker. Ye gushia. Oh, I better than sticker between me and I mean, let's be sincere. Sticker. I have obi to say Katie Hammond. Meaning say when you need chairman, any day so Katie really worry. Now say Katie Hammond that friend say oh yeah then or can they not chairman. Emfa because ono waka tell say me titi say kubi. And I mean, we see the titi say baller so that say. Inti say ya be tipin. Inti Katie on timi neme nkasa. Wo ubetimi neme akasa. Dambotri betimi neme akasa. Hajia Alima Mahama, former Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Where was she?
I'm going to go US or something.
Ambassador.
Yeah.
Why do you take that woman out of the shores of this country?
She was one of the
somebody who controls the women in the Zongo communities. Yeah, you take her out of the country. Why? And who taught the NPP this? Really? Oh, 2028 mobile report. Better number 4. Where? Oh, Matitim. Me position.
There's a position I'm not.
Now they're Chairman, me cast na me wona me penwa. Me dan ya me si no me penwa. To be honest with you.
About 4 years, 8 years in no. I say also me there 4 years and I'm 8 years. Mama me there.
Well, what do you know do ha?
So on pe bibi anka ho.
Bibi ti say den. Oh, David, na mo anka say mo di mfie nwotwe bibi ti say den. Wo anka say mo no bra wo NPP ni pure. What the national position former second day.
On say now o ka bibi o. E ba no sal me kan. Later me say agro no position the opportunity ni ba. You could now, you so be so frank could now. Who didn't purchase the way go so friend our offer. You're more position cockroach now. Provided you qualify for it. Okay. And you can do what and do it well.
Well.
Your more appointment to be we honor was the chief and you have me and so change or they call the bar way no. Take it. I'm telling you. What do your part now? Maybe. Maybe.
And that's what I'm saying that.
So I mean, Pastor could you don't know that me who come home and nipa.
Come home and nipa. Party the good, you know, no refuse them number your mom say. Yeah. I mean,
and I'm by my cat say, a Juma we ye no. Me met me can say change of Mahama there.
Oh, na me we no catch you rally.
No, yeah. People listening to you at every point when you are talking, no. So change and this rally be organized, even the final rally.
Hey,
I can tell you. You don't know whether you monitor your listenership.
Oh, I know. As for the listenership, we know.
If you have over 100,000 watching at the time, really, Ben, I'm here, you need 100,000.
I'm really looking for 100,000.
Oh,
you can repeat it.
Oh, they say if you have 100,000
over 100,000
over watching you or listening to you,
sure.
For you engage them for about 2 hours.
5 hours on 1 hour.
Rally the crown, we back as 5, we back as 2. Unkwansu to me can etc. Never more. The woman, the enemy, the woman.
Once more, may catch you join him.
When I'm one moment, number you heard them. Maybe I better run the cat this podcast. I was everyone welcome this month. I was I heard it. You was saying for no, almost everywhere I get.
But your people thought that.
And I was wondering. Because I come number I wound to me.
Wound to me.
What I
and before the giant NPP stations, you see, the NPP presenters were not strategic. I make sure political communication, more multi radio and TV, so no more NPP for no, and our political presenters. And let me teach you one thing. Look, you must have a dichotomy. You must have the dichotomy of the people. you need to classify the population into 7 groups. So anytime you are starting a political discourse, which is a monologue, you start from the middle, number 8, your mama. You have to start from the middle. And then you fire to get the down people to push those on top. Because I can't space, you know. And to say, English brand, you know, English for no. Audience, you know, what form, and almost so. And I can't space, no audience, no what so, no rather, almost form. Enti, what te wana wo ye, and a baumia, acquire quine, nanado, a cockate sword, nanado, I say no, not a sort of no share from her. Or share from her the sound and Africa and smart and no more than yaquine be. No more, we are no more the GDP, dollar rate, percentage, dollar no, na Mahama buy, you know, na ye, or far fee President Kufuor $1 per 1 CD $1, and now 1 CD 20 pesos, and now Mahama did do 4 CDs 20 pesos. Into we a nominal percentage calculation, just say 400%. You are telling them rubbish. The Atian is something they say. Say, over $1 no back one, 17 Ghana.
Is that not you?
Woman, and I said, $1 no from Mahama, or Tim Mahama, Disa Mahama, but I know from. Ah, Messi $1 no Tim Mahama, dear.
In the Pabocao.
Oh, no, wow, cano.
I want $7 no.
Oh, Maboco. Say $1 no, a D Mahama no, a $1 from 17.8 to 13.99. By the time I ever saw Mahama in area, no way increasing Ghana for before I ever saw in. No Mahama increasing Ghana for salary.
It's $100,000. It's baby.
Waboka.
It's $100,000. That was a baby. Say, now they got it.
Waboka.
Waboka.
$1 every before I $1 go them. Waboka. You see.
200 2 cities times 100.
When young crofan communicate amamu, yeah, Mamincha 1
3 cities times 100,000. 300,000.
What about 300,000? That's right, Ghana cities. So what dollar with them?
$100,000 to see net that hot to 1 month ago. No 1 month ago.
When you see $30,000,
300,000.
I said 300,000 cities.
I almost $30,000.
When you see $30,000, just that same Mahama winning election. Can you swear any
$100 here? And there's a coffee.
Oh, Mahama, you swear any ino and $1 no. And do 7 January. Dollar never be 12.9.
One person will do 10. That's a day. Be
no 10 day, Baba.
Be no more.
I'm say Forex business.
Who
will be a faco? Forex business, no. Forex business, no. January, February. A Saudi Arabian dance. But it's at par. June, July. A South American dance. Opinion to say. Oh, is it? Aha.
No, we are cancer.
Aha, I see. I see. And if September, October, November, and so no, or say universal dance, most or dangle, or say, and the figure so no a coffin for figures so no a coffin for. But you need a president to say John Mahama or Tessa Dynamics and I say, and yet theoretical bookworm to say Baumia or can you be thesis no abe catch the Ghana for me your boy some man by Juma no ni ye practical economist to say John Mahama ni dinke ka ba say president elect dollar ne conform and Dr.
$1 million
say $1 million $300,000 and a bit one so a business no so nyam so oh, there be say
a business science can go on with 2 quite.
That's right. I don't know.
They say no to the 17 no. And then next what? I know the sense can
no politicians number boka more.
Sense can go fan no.
One we are na boka more. We go on politank mo easily go on cantonment no. One there be post for be chill.
So we are from W.
Oh,
W. You fact we could can't have that to Ibia. And what we are there go we no. Say
businessman Enra. You got Jamie baby and 3 days. Enra na got shirt and then 3 days. And then 3 days. And then 3 days baby I got shirt. I'm buy 650 Ghana cedis per shirt. And then ibusa no. I got 480 Ghana.
Price net.
Yes, and drop it. Edi Mahama pay. Who passes here? I can't say about me a president elect. I go 20 Ghana China. I can't be feel. To me. This is what we are saying.
I want money to know.
See, oh, wait, that's how they were.
But me dey bahu. So I didn't drop but
I didn't drop it.
I did not I
pick it.
I'm going to so back. I did not pick it. I pick it. Oh, save you.
That's it, German. But next time, I am on for NPP presenters and I'm in Chrom. Also, when people,
Mami said the back. The Ghanaian that I know. Okay, we are journalists. We might go Central Full School, but bad news sells.
There's nothing like
it's
bad
not
news.
True. There's nothing like bad news.
There's nothing like bad publicity.
Chairman.
Or negative publicity.
And then I done that before my kind of books to the side.
How many days? How many hours? I know BRT organ.
But is it bad news? Death is good news. Are you not a Christian?
Sir?
Yes. But why are the part? No, Bible says why am in fast. Oh no. That be Bible says why am fast.
Me come fast because then go BRT fast.
Oh, that be say would.
No.
What do you way as analogy now?
That be and now yes mun ko tire mun go he ayi friend ayi to abay. Just assembly I'm reporting good news be I'm reporting.
No, but is it the bad news na no kura na say intro.
And I make say
say about to work kaswa. It is the truth. And no kura.
Man can say bad news. Man can say false. I didn't say just false. I say bad news.
What is bad news?
And someone dollar no kind class say dollar cost class 1 people don't like.
No, but what is bad news?
They're now, you know.
Pacho say, Kramai Kanipa a news ana.
Kramai
a Kanipa a news.
So, call the captain's man.
Oh, there's a Kramai Kanipa a news. But the Nipa Kramaya.
Nipa Kramaya.
Nipa Kramaya say news.
And no, na NPP. Mo presenters no money here. Ngofo no muti radio so kasa mo money. Edu anopa ho. Woni ma de ameye me tame wo mo bo 7:30 a. Na me hwe mo nyina, sa me hwe obi aho oden. Na mu so mo nyina mo fom. Ti bo 7:30 a na ma peche. Na me de kora 8 o'clock. Bo so mo nyina je dum. Wo mo take political communication. Sa me di mochi. Wo na mo tete mi o. Wo odo size nom Harry Nesekunum, Peter McMahon, they don't know anything. They shout without attraction. Media numbers increase because I learned to speak the language of the Ghanaian. That is journalism. Forget about the rest.
You speak the language people want to listen. And how you craft it or you present it no cry another
your friend of public agenda setting. And
nothing America said you man who you change your mama who you changing who you change who you change but when I saw a different level different political party.
How
you can be man
for na me no campaign about here. Chairman pa.
We can't be a first NDC victory I win.
And then pa no ye am cancer why. Catch me. Oba me ye dey. As a vice president or ye dey.
The vice president do like.
Na you no say vice president wa boy mention Mahama or ye vice president.
That's it. I at least digital there can.
The hater. Man can be done well. Na we ye do Ghana Post.
Ghana Post.
Who your board member of Ghana Post. Man can get asem here or Ghana Post.
Yeah,
I'm handing over notes.
Ghana Post are in the present.
Yeah, GP there. I think someone am be said yeah na be use Google Map. The time Google Map go kru man na Kufuor na president.
We dey because of visa and passport no about Google Map address. No that shape natural.
Men kwaje visa bi antro Google Map, men tro
Google Map. I was say GPS.
Men tro bi da. Man tro. Men tro me house number na.
That no. You.
Me man trust am GPS
address. Ghana card no I dey na use here. Ghana card. Na kra nko jibi.
Oh, chairman pa. We say kwala agro na mu na mu di.
There oko banker because no o boy ya no e be ba for your friends for a meter square within where you
enya mo na mo ye yeti kroma na Google map
me say enya Google map oh okay but Google map address me we fear Google map it doesn't give you any address
enya no asem jam fear no na me say no me location
I don't nya Google map address
na dey
okay but I'm so confident for man
me go plot 1 me house na plot 1 block 1 NTH1 and one I'm trying
me bo abeba
over here na
Google
woni me fear frame na me nche me fear kwan ama ko fa sa na ma we ya be go
better when we put say Google map Google map what that Google map number bend do ma
number be ya
coordinates no Google map no this is all send WhatsApp and but say WhatsApp case now be there no who ko fill form a untimi mfa nkoto
na chama form ye di
ye ni so ye ni so timi ma your friends
me na kwaku bi chama otigu mo tachima Google map GPS address a dey ko fill form kwaku bi chama de ye na oja hwedi form odo na mo kasa brofu wo radio so and na ma so you know
I don't think I may make sure mu say Google map doesn't give address
but it will not give me any food.
Chairman, my Mr. question of Wada Roma. And then the member lose elections with.
Young people Angoto.
Angoto. Out of 80 million, out of 80 million. Okay? Easy bloating voters register.
Never me see be
bloating no with over almost 50%.
Why will in this day and age, this digital days, why will EC bloat it for what and how what can he achieve
this digital age and time $1 million to me prime minister them
sasa $1 ago for
me fee dollar ni no
over there me kwa mama bako
oba mbi so meje this digital age minister
me say Ghana post me be feel bad
don't try Ghana post mo we obo na mo no ko prime minister we what be the $1 million APA nipa dem na na do anya ho hwe na we issue my dear actual love letters
my dear Cecilia free
say ye
and I said make us say e bia bokai it depend me bre o wa the city no so le ko to ha no bia dollar na dia dollar ko $1 and say dollar na tia dollar that here no be will be crab
at the mention of the name John Dramani Mahama the dollar will fall down.
This is we compared the
at the mention of the name John Dramani Mahama the dollar will go on its knees.
Thank you.
Yes, oh now what should I say? I did evidence no yes me the spotlight number to Mahama and the ministers so and will hold them accountable. Yeah, mo bia me yema de na mo ye ni bi o. What's that? Oh, the be me de meka.
Me say won to me.
Me djuma me ya na de be te ha ye o.
Ko try be block o.
E wo he?
O fa donja.
Oh, chairman. Na mo kura mo ntimi ndu mo.
Me say o try ye be block o.
O be block wo he?
Yo.
Sabe so na no pa.
Me too far.
Me microphone mba.
Me too far.
Oh, ja. And this is for a tolerant chemo.
Me say
I am telling you today. To trust some NPP.
Tolerance no mo de elutulutu ne man. Tolerance no mo de
krono na ye party for ne bo. Krono na boys ne stop here.
Boys we.
Ko se ewutu senya ho. Agenda 111. Building materials away na makwasa sa mo de boy.
Metro Mass no one area.
Metro Mass no mutu chat discuss one area.
And there's some auction.
One auction way. One auction way.
Don't work there.
Rail lines now. Womu yi no NDC for ne asamanka se chairman am yawo eniema na wasesa no bocho na o de corner boys ne kwache no de ko police station no NDC boys na ye
boys go answer there no
see chairman see
no there be some unverified
we have videos
what it
chairman don't go there
asamanka se chairman ko wi anema
oh chairman
hello machino
ya jeni ama ya de picture na to TV so
musuda munya na obo friend bisa say
ya friend why na busa wo nyama ya do akọ police station ye pe wa
nipa no hu so e chairman
oh chairman jai
ani so makobu obi Roman father no collapse no
Roman father here
oti ayi
Roman father no oti face
makobu ade
oye den dem nti
na da bela masa ko Ghana gas dem bia nka mo se mo koje na yesi habo okra dem ti so mo ko ha nka mo koje edewe duty o ka mo koje duty
enu de minimum ko ho ba de tie ne say
NPP
NPP and LUC election this is not the first time a Yelusu election. Yelusu 2000 election. Obiye niwa oko Ghana bebia se o NPP niya oko wiabi.
But this is what is happening today.
But this is what is happening today because
fertilizer.
Exactly. Chairman.
And it's sad. Pathetic.
Yes.
And I expect you to use your platform to condemn and ask them to, because a good Mahama ni masi. It tells of things, events.
Fertilizer. Not more coordinator. And NDC constituency youth organizer.
No, be adding a year with Olodu.
Nanka. Oh, mumbo video no match.
And there a Mokita Amuroli a Polytank.
Yes.
A roller I can say
and I pay a crash send ho baby. I send ho a whole district a NADMO coordinator. Wakwasa Saniama war a district assembly warehouse we na. Your friend if you do interview no catch and say a year building materials no keep you by warehouse. I feel why aha, we interviewed him this morning.
Okay.
NPP are confirmed abem do so do. I
don't know.
Chairman. I confirm abem
don't attempt to suggest this MPP before. No MPP person will can organize. Some two my organized boys. You see a name big warehouse with MPP.
Chairman.
Nobody.
Sir.
Nobody.
Hey.
Maybe I said I can say bia obinim say name be go baby and I say obi anim nipa ba person organize akofom you organize akobutu you organize ba ko omo TV ebinim so fridge ebinim to
so fridge na dey no ma kwaje the police station yes NDC guys na kwaje if you omo say omo the police station oh kwa sama ka say police station na ko he ko e wutu say nya police station omo the track go see omo yes.
The next one,
fertilizer now who you know. I was so many I say.
And is that a money giver? Fruit not be a two bottle.
Chamanjai. Let me to tell so more quite fat. And it's a one who videos
in the park of fire condition. Fridge was the police station. Bungo Captain, where the down best.
Chairman.
Almost.
Oh, and the wounded master. I felt me who said chairman ni masem. You be phone lines here about say some microphone catch. Baby a fertilizer no no. Fertilizer na hu ye no. NPP ni na no ko wia. And NDC youth organizer. Wo mu copy no so no mo stop no no load 2 tracks.
Dabi abobo ya esi ho obi ade de ba de obetimi load.
Dabi sa abobo ya no de no police for ne call ho no. And o say wo mo mpene na de wo car no mu no. O metwene na ko police station na police for no ko top and lock for.
Ne ma na o mo twefri warehouse be go obo ya mo obi abi so ade de fa.
But producer mana Samanka videos no.
Samanka.
Kai me ma videos no nyabotre. Obe mu sa akromfo aba party. Nyesa na mo kire yen o. Mo time no wo Peter Macmenu Haruna Seku mo kire ye nyansade dambotwe nom ade a mo kire ye no na ma me manye kromfo
bet mo kromfo do mo do mo ye nya
mo ko wia ye be stop mo
o pa try defend ne fashion people for
chairman mo ko wia ye be stop mo
ngu papa ni mas
ngu obi ye ni mas mo ko wia bibia ye be stop mo
ni nwia me dan mo ko wia
sa nya wo
me dan mo ko wia
Ghana Post go say stamp in answer. You grandma say sakogufi. Me boy.
One about to gufi.
And now nipa bo abro. Ebro ni be kan be abro. Nipa bo abro e so odwen dey.
Okay, no me dem akọ fast stamp na go gufi say open stamp abra. Ni beto.
Mo anya de o.
E kaka bibia o say o Ghana Post ayi. They so mo kai ya, unu ka dem dey use. Ghana Post. I'm the car that the 12 years.
Oh yeah.
Also, more than go to be money. Na Kufuor account the bra. You hear mo? Ahina e wo mu a wait me talk an. So na miss me dey you man. Nah. But me me pepper other cap ya kabima me ye fi dey kabima Ghana Post for. That buses na almost ya ambulance ahwini mo no. Because I think and come releasing my Ghana Post. They fanka a fleet no mun fan deliver.
Meanwhile, Obujina campaign platform so your campaign say yembo na do danko akufa do abaso wama Ghana poster yeye na wote na ka jam say me ka ne ma
no me feel me say that me tama
oh why the
me that no things are better now
oh why the Ghana post no problem
no
more car
no what oh your trucks
say
oh your
I don't know mo pay ambulances ni go
no we wanted to expand
expand
we wanted to increase I can't say everything here but a lot as work for no penny for no kwala when they know say within the boss term no things got better
but we got better
the Ghana post
chairman and Akufo-Addo Baumia not a single enterprise or sector in this country in a grew here bobako yenye analysis wa has here mami one sector one enterprise
me more than go nyane na they know why
oh they wo gu ni nyina mo ba mo nyane dai
company ben Ghana ha
na bi ni ho
anas na wo ho aye baye aban company agu
aban company bi ani ho
ebi ni ho
they wo dada na ebi ani we grow give ho can make profit
okay my starting free a president Ghana publishing give that start wako
ye den
who do know
they
had even virtually collapsed
chairman
and if you
Ghana publishing den
if you go there today and nekra me say electoral commission materials no me tell say obusu print bi
maybe say one question
Ghana publishing and they no mutimi di ho aye a friend say gazette
okay you know chairman we Ghana publishing mo madwuma say catch Ghana for them say one question
I need a state institution I don't know responsible for printing gazette and I'm saying printing certain printers
chairman where you and where we Ghana textbooks you print over here say Ghana publishing printer there
on printing
on printing them maybe shall me textbook Ghana publishing printer here under Danado
I will search now friend
yeah throw be I wanna walk and message me one
David Asante
David
no match nema
chairman
me try be and never be a bank and company for to be here successfully execute na omo dey atra say dey attest na am Ghana food take Captain Smart am an go to
say Ghana publishing it printed textbooks anka aban na nkasa education minister me adutwum e be kan say textbooks a shorto eti ye dey we no begu laptops so
one nkasa short
asema na
was say e come molding
e bi ni ho
enti we create
textbooks ni ho
and me uti hey enya odie ni eda ho kama yi o hwia
chairman
yes
me ba me ensa me ma me ensa and there was secondary school obi enu aban man laptop
e bi enya bi e be du omo so
enduro ni ho
and I said no more baby no
when him say
almost a contract for the supply to supply and then man on say that quantity no e go all more e call so they supply the first phase
one supply first phase one go chairman school by mo dey year campaign et mo ko boa prempe fo anu kakra mo dey da Ashanti region for na mo boa prempe be 50 students anu na mo the laptops ahihye o mo nsem na mo twa phone na mo twa video it is waste America, your mouth textbooks, and so many laptop account when you account.
Laptop,
Ghana Education Service, and ya dear, who got a laptop, say ya tamana or the man kwa textbook uniho. Ada obe dum kaniano, obe no kind textbook. You see, education is not all about
laptop be a crawy, and then for a kutawi. You dum kaniano.
Chairman pa, it's a wood way. I don't know newspapers. Then can say a die print it, take our phone so go
so me be kind.
O be kind our phone so, but they were hard copy ho. Enti o yet schooler, we printed textbooks. As if say one mo throw books to abrochire no, as o ma dwen ni ho. I don't know one mo throw your phone so. Books were ho. Abai we enti printed textbooks for 4 solid years.
Captains as started carrying the Zada Bebaso.
Chairman,
the
2020
under the Mahama will not come.
Debbie, that's not what I said. Maybe education
will not come.
What I'm saying is say, won't fall laptop in Kwanko.
Captain Smart started preaching once a media.
Now what's about okay? We need quite. What's about talk?
Now soon you've been to also buy a woman.
Emma, what talk? Agenda kaput. Chairman, what talk is here? Now important we need quite what can't be going.
Go ahead. Yeah, Menka. Enima.
What the
Is it kwano?
Oh.
Enima.
Chairman, share.
Ekwano omo pack wo kwano ho sa.
Educate share 2021 printed textbooks.
Oza omo ntoka.
2021
na kwa go fie dia ntumi ntoka.
Chairman, 2021 printed textbooks. 2021 man printed textbooks. 2022 man printed textbooks. 2023 man printed textbooks.
Wo da kan nyina so nkola na.
Mo yes am say yama university lectures. Because of research.
Because secondary school me kwa me hu some the books ba.
Books ba ya.
Me hu some books go. Nam toys.
Chairman, I am telling you, I have paid over 2,000 Ghana cedis. Chairman, I have paid over 2,000 Ghana cedis for each of my children to buy textbooks.
They say that free education is a free.
Campaign not to Chairman, yes.
Free. Take me the kind.
Chairman.
And a grandma say,
Kwakwa
any Achimota, any foreign and so more the other day. And so, Bako, a present quarters to be chesku.
And the son at
for minimum, yeah,
there be son at the end of Kenofurata. Adriana Kenofurata, the finance minister, no. Now a ball as one.
The same way. Because
Kenofurata can say
free education.
No, what the body are. Kenofurata, some no kind.
Also, as a second, who was a chair.
And also the
Lemon, why pa the belt, but show me was a woos again. Remember, Ghana,
Chairman,
Government.
Say, Anna, come and say, Anna,
free, remember,
fantastic, but I call them in the bank of more expired.
I was not mom on Pontiac, you eh? So what to me, I say, I'm here, my teacher, I no, the man, Clara, see,
Chairman, ya dear.
See,
Master, my own.
I would have said soon, baby, Yegusu. Yegusu,
a Japan, a go.
A Japan, a better.
Why?
Open what you Mupan,
what they are not to China. PDS. Shadia Bank of Ghana from Kwame Nkrumah time.
What the Bank of Ghana?
ABC 20. And I'm here. Whoa. If you want to bury a woman, Bank of Ghana.
Menkazo, my so whoa. And
then you're opposite to Ridge Hospital. Whoa. My trouble is in me who yank my channel.
Thank you. At the same one,
woman, what bought $6.8 billion? No, I could Bobby said $255 million. I said, the winning answer. I didn't hear Juma. Sir, I the same was one friend say. Bank of Ghana, Papa. One cast out to we. I call not hear Juma. What bought $6.8 billion? No, I said, I could buy $255 million. How do you consider?
Okay,
and your hospital.
Renovation.
Renovation. That building was from the scratch. Yes, they were trying to renovate it. Oh no, Chairman.
Ridge Hospital was there before you built.
No, Ridge Hospital is your.
Chairman. Ridge Hospital, whether or not say yes, scratch or say yeah, renovation, as soon as for Bank of Ghana,
what's that?
As soon as for Bank of Ghana,
what's it? Ridge Hospital,
me say. Ridge Hospital, say you built from the scratch, so you renovation, so they
and the Bank of Ghana.
As soon as for Bank of Ghana.
Okay, now you are putting a guy now. Can
that
was it who knew first? Was so just to say Ridge Hospital who knew
no.
Bank of Ghana, they say that normally.
Are you telling me what they watch you should know a beer who knew first? Your
priorities.
Priorities near the
I need this. I need this. No, listen. I need this for work. Some will tour. And here's a chinchilla teacher. Minkoto Mufie. NPP a member na mubebu
now old dress no what me
no see
you have ukwases see
no problem but me no met me ato but man ko besia na ekotoy Bank of Ghana tena hwenyame ni maboka $6.8 billion wabra Ghana ina na ekope $3 billion wo wi a wo se masako besia kusi dan how
what's ko besia
let's get a cover. Oh, it's It's a loan.
Bank bank.
Oh, please.
Bank, you know come what's
Ah,
that bank or catch us what come
Chairman, I am in sir.
A Bank of Ghana who come as Bank of Ghana come
No, for
Cause a Bank of Bank of Ghana. Now that Bank of Ghana.
The Bank of Ghana nanka so say wa bokanti oniska. It's a cover $255 million no way.
I come despite I can't do Niska.
Bank of Ghana Niska.
Who call it despite Niska? Yeah, has it.
Wait me a shenya me anim na mama baumia e di ntro wo wiase mu kakraka. Say $12 billion for Lugu Dam ye wie.
Oh that be. What's that?
Also 12 billion.
12 million.
Yes, ono baumia na
Well, Lugu Dam am go commission here no kra no.
Hey, Dam ni ho. Dam ni ho chairman.
No, I'm go to America say. Yes, so cutting.
David.
Oh, okay.
David chairman.
The sale is about $1 billion.
No. Chairman. Dr. Mahama Baumia on Asempa 94.7 hosted by Obi.
But you know.
Or say
wo country.
Wo mawie.
Wo nim se wo nia so ono no twi no
the
broken.
Monumental.
Nipa no a okọ commission okọ kate sword no say $1 billion. Obetra si do no say sa project no ye no.
Wa ka say ye.
Esa na make ye.
Chairman, so ma commission.
Oh.
Chairman, so ma commission. Chairman men ko ho.
Are you saying the vice president will?
He lied.
That on radio.
Is he not the same person?
Adia omako twa sword no.
Omako sword commissioned.
Debut. Omo na odi on kate sword.
Debbie chairman. Ho ni ho.
He was there.
Obi busa no
one of bar studio.
And was saying.
And walk tree say.
Debbie on
project.
Chairman on filo. Oh, please. Please.
You can do propaganda. It is over.
Interview.
So I said the election is over. Stop that propaganda.
Debbie, what
I look at 2 amena. I go buy say it don't be interviewed. I don't say that project that's why I say yeah no say yeah.
Producer wa he won pay video no to
wale for no omu kasa no ya no what no
chairman don't insult the
cheating
chairman.
Sometimes we should understand.
Never insult the integrity of Baumia. He knew what he was talking about. Okay, is he not the same Baumia? And on another GH say
so you are telling me airport any police they ready to ne to amana so ebetu yebe for Luguda. Or that she or interview, no Abeka say we have completed.
Boss,
it is Tree you are speaking. Tree no so no. I will say I and the truth is that video we without any comment, without any location, without any we know you what you can.
Chairman, ya both video ni that.
We know what you.
Interviews so who. And my next question is $13.5 billion bonds na keno franchise raise here money here
bonds
no raise here money here $13.5 billion money here
nano metra hakasro say
money here
the bonds were used some of you were used to offset the bonds your Mahama okay our Mahama good and channel match in the part so na no mo tire bitu kai
so much
and this one that what they have anyway,
Chairman, $13.5 billion
were used to offset that business and
oh, Chairman.
We didn't have the money
Chairman.
because we were not ready to pay taxes.
Chairman.
So we borrowed to pay the
who was not ready to pay taxes? Ghana Revenue Authority. Eba Bontembe say Ghana Revenue Authority XCD revenue target COVID time. What are you talking about?
What does that mean?
Why exceeding with revenue target? Bonds na can front resilient. Out of 13.5 billion, only 2.1 billion. And now, or they offsetting loans and the other bonds. Money here. What are we to actually?
What? What's all that said about my
country? There is money here.
I don't want to say MPs.
Money here.
NDC MPs.
No.
Especially more as some share.
What are you for line? No, that TV so. Now, they say no more about now.
And now say your point about
what? Oh, you put up a CPR.
Here you go.
Yes,
good. You are sending location, WhatsApp location. No, So you are telling me say MPs now prove I'm got to parliament and this MPs no I'm got to parliament every man they also na go through no money.
Why they disperse public funds?
The accountants can
no, Chairman, who disperses public funds?
Government assurance.
No.
Chairman. No.
Why they disperse public funds?
What approve it?
No one got
What do you flag minister?
Nana do ma because neba Equator as a contaminated fuel 600 liters. Nana do clear on only Nippon there the man no. That's number one. Contaminated fuel no gruma. Were you not here in this country?
The
contaminated fuel.
The contaminated answer no more.
I would contaminated. Neba no. Now where the fire?
He's the captain.
And I go back to
and I want to wait you. Send them for way. Hey. Well, I've got to now. I don't blame you. So, of course,
contaminated fuel. What's the sum about?
No, by the way.
But ambulance contract in one year. Ambulance contract in one year.
The Umkraba boxes. I'm there, Mama Gana Post.
Ambulance spare parts contract. Maintenance contract.
When the Umian can answer.
I know why they are.
Your contract. I can't come home. So, I can't transition to you. I said that they're Japan.
Na hede wa watani January.
I'm saying why you me?
But
me saying why you me?
Mo from class for ministers pa. Minister person set will be apa. Who phone so? Sure.
Person set to be absent.
Na enkomo on Japan ko kan Japan recording ni. Minister yes ah.
Huh?
O say as on to go.
Okay.
I don't know him. You me phone line 0556. Hello.
Hello.
Pacho mba mon kwano boko. Chamo ye nipa. Pacho me yeti.
Hello, good evening.
Yes sir.
The Pacho captain of Boko de.
Nyame ado me oye ozo e.
Nyame ado Boko. Ne de me nya okra nka me nyesho se mo betom because ma try 3 days ni. Ma try sa Nyame sha captain. Na the me person me can say me nini pisa me 31 years. But the me father to wa you know.
What best room
na no you know. Daddy. Iti ye dia mamu ahye monsa. Se dia maye o man no. Wa betena TV so. Enye o fere kra. Se o like me show TV no so like sorry to say I say akwala keto bi a afina o sua bi.
In face o munya abutre. Chairman o body defense. Defender bi adwemoni wo ditiri wo betwe bu nam. No what the red card.
I say when mama translate kola no medi matem.
Oh, that be German.
I say oni 31 no sha. 31 when you what? Do ka say kan yansasam.
No.
Why? 31 and from say akola bi mu da what? Me di 21 and from director u kroma. Me 21 years.
That's correct. That's
what the 31 akola. Di atem.
Captain, these things were stolen things found in NPP chairman's house in Asamankase. It happened in Asamankase, Jamestown. So tell the chairman to calm down. According to him, it's a sitting MP that brought it for them to share to the people during elections. And the chairman too stole them, and by God's grace, he lost. Now the Kogo Abain warehouse today.
Say MP akoto na ma say
MP who kwato na ma MP saska we okofa ni
MP na ketu yese
MP na ketu yese eh say
ene okoda to munko bisa nkosi mami o
oye dey medical equipment no medical equipment
MP akoto fertilizer oniska so to on to kolobe enkope fertilizer brand crop na okoda to enkope
hello okuje to medical equipment ya na college ye wo mo de niam ne bae no mo quantify ne bo wanto to say woni ma akwa mu
na ono de na wakana
it was donations
na MP de on won nyam
wait donation hello
hello
why equipment no hair dryers ne sewing machines na mo cheche no
why is some say what the matter
the name heche moji ye man fa nko akromfo masa boa no egu fa ko mu wi akoto
why ya koto ne ma de ko obi anya bi ko cha no so ya
obi hin ko che adena
ma ba ye we
akromfo
hey captain
chairman
mame ka asem back me hwe ade no I passed the comment one kasa na wabek say me say MP na ade niema no command chairman so onko che now so ti fie say menye ntum say ya buy niema no mati ha ka che be say ya dey so ma
abranche we your send message only
o say boss asamanka say MP to no dey command chairman ko say man group
Debi o say wo mo ko fa chairman
it is niema no fi why office
Debi o say mo ko fa chairman no na chairman ne be kasa
Nadbo che head dryer Nadbo
asa na okay
head dryer
woni ma dey amomotimi ye okuro ma
Nadmo
woni ma dey amomotimi ye
national disaster management a mo check etane mu na the
mo ma ban we NPP aban we pen efrum ponko etimi se fertilizer ma na yira
na say ko ne na ti okuro ma
mo ade amomotimi ye
yes fertilizer no omo osisa gu furu ponko no no bia say omo na fa kwan sa to lo no
agric minister what we share from ponko so na fertilizer most my admo NPP
yes omo che ponko no na omo yi na village
I say it happened I say captain those things were stolen things found in MPP chairman's house in Asamankase it happened in Asamankase Jamestown. So tell the chairman to calm down.